Dreya refused to believe the things that... Did you see how they were dancing? Like, I'm gonna make you cream like garlic sauce on a Pizza Hut pizza, something like that. You know, so that's the implication. Look at those skirts. Anyway, let's go over to Rust, shall we? Press any key to wake up. We're in Rust. Yippee. The man at the end there looked like he was actually upset and crying out of shame, and she was laughing at him. Look at the skirts, the scandal. You sound so old. I'm actually a school administrator. I make people kneel on the floor so that I can make sure the hems are still touching. They are just shit. Victorian goblin confirmed. My skirt is shorter than that, to be honest. Well, one of them is. Emma, sometimes when I wear a skirt, Emma will look at me and say, "You fucking tart," and then just walk away. So I feel like I'm allowed to dish that out. A toast sandwich and a few ice cubes. Oh, lovely. I might, you know what? I have a few slices of bread left in my bread basket. I might make a toast sandwich later. After the stream, I might have some toast sandwich and a glass of ice, because I have both those things and not much else in terms of food in the house right now. That actually sounds like a lovely treat. Please stop. An ice cube, a toast sandwich, and some salty broth. I don't know if a salty broth would go well with ice. That has to be enjoyed piping hot. Next you'll say you want some lovely brine. Honestly, I noticed in this game the other day that when you pick up a can of tuna, it gives you hydration, gives you like plus 15 hydration, which implies that the person is drinking the brine. So really, I'm not the weird one. I think all of you are. I feel so exhausted every time I watch this. It's a nice treat. It's nice. It's an enjoying thing. Like, have you considered you might be from the North Atlantic? I enjoy that. Like, you get 2 slices of plain white bread, you toast them. No, sorry, you leave them blank. And then you toast one piece of bread, put some salt and pepper on it, put it between the plain untoasted bread, and then just eat that as a nice little treat. It's really lovely. As he finished the fucking crosswords, there were no crosswords. I will probably do crosswords again next week because I enjoy them. But I understand that people were very angry. You make me sad. It's so good. Like no butter or anything. If you're feeling particularly fancy, you can put some butter on. I don't usually. But, you know, just some salt and pepper and just have a nice little crunch in between some soft bread. It's nice. Blank bread. Well, what else would you call it? Plain bread? I don't know. Irish cuisine sounds bleak. It's actually British. It's from a book called... It's from a Victorian cookbook, was where I found out about this. Ooh, a level. It's from a Victorian cookbook called Mrs. Beacon's Common Cooking for Simple Folk. Or is it Simple Cooking for Common Folk? It is impossible to say that. Either way, that's what it's from. And it's from the section, the chapter marked Cooking for Invalids. Right?
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up.
Show us your tits! Show them! Can't not make shit sexual. I tried not to, I swear. Weird how toast sandwiches were of no use during the potato famine. Did we even have bread? We had very little. Also Meowdy Dave. It's Mowdy Dave. I know someone who enjoyed soggy bread. Oh. They voted Brexit and thought Angry Orange would be a good US president. Got to be careful about handling your bread. It's a slippery slope. Soggy bread, like wet bread, is one of the most unpleasant things. The only liquid that should be anywhere near bread is butter and possibly soup. But like, even then, that's more of a dipping thing rather than just soaking it. Industrial shite food for good little workers. It was like, what did it say? Hang on, I need to tab out. Butter and soup, yum. Toast sandwich. This sandwich, okay, a recipe for toast sandwiches includes the invalid cookery section of the Book of Household Management. This sandwich may be varied by adding a little pulled meat or very fine slices of cold meat to the toast. In any of these forms will be found very tempting to the appetite of an invalid. So it's an 1861 British food. It's good. Heston Blumenthal, the Michelin star restaurant, serves toast sandwiches. Look at that. Look, he's fancied them up a bit, which I don't do, but still. England kept pushing until the only thing available was potato on the basis that it was nutritious, but then when the opportunity came to also take away the potato, we couldn't help ourselves. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Britain, if you don't know, some people, I don't know where I stand on it, but some people consider the Irish famine a genocide because Britain kept exporting food from Ireland during it. It's like, some say possibly engineered it in the first place, and some say they definitely at least did keep exporting all of the food from the place, and then they would only give you some people from Britain came over and set up soup kitchens and stuff, but they would only give you food if you converted from Catholicism. So, well, they would do two things. There's a very depressing thing you'll see in the Irish countryside. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but if you go to the Irish countryside, you'll see a lot of low stone walls that go everywhere, and that go nowhere, I should say. They are everywhere, but they don't seem to logically go in directions. They just sort of spiral around and then end, and those are called famine walls. And it's because in order to receive like food aid during the Irish famine, British people would make you, first of all, convert to Protestantism, Church of England, and then they would make you go out and work for 12 hours building useless walls. Otherwise, you wouldn't get fed. So they didn't go anywhere. They didn't do anything. They weren't useful. In fact, they're actively not useful. It was a waste of resources and time, and people have to keep tearing them down if they want to build stuff. But it's like, they were like, you're not getting this shit unless you're not getting the gruel unless you build the wall. So yeah, for various reasons like that, some people do consider that a genocide. If Victorian food was so good for you, then how come there's no Victorians left? I mean, look at the current Tory party. I'm sure some of them would consider themselves Victorians. Jacob Rees-Mogg is a Victorian. He's a time traveller in some way. Good practice for poverty and famine. Trail of Tears survivors sent them livestock because they were like, we were all supposed to do this. Yes, there is near where I live, I'm not going to dox myself, but there is a town near where I live called Middleton. And there is a monument there to a specific, whose name I can't remember. There's a specific Native American tribe who sent us food during the famine. They sent us like crops and livestock and stuff because they were like, oh, you poor fuckers, we know what this is like. And as a result, it's like the sister tribe of Ireland or something now, and I don't know what that really means, but you know what, you vaguely get the gist. And there is a like nice feather monument made out of stainless steel. Oh, there's a boy. Like silvery metal in Middleton in a park. Hello.
May I request all of your scrap, please?
I mean, I have 9, so go nuts. I've literally just logged in. That's about as much as I can give. Cool. I'm getting mugged. Fantastic. Woo! Amazing. Robbed already. They sent like 8 cows, which is like 5,000% of their GDP. I know. It's good. I mean, it's a nice monument. It always makes, whenever I drive past it or go past it on a bus or something, I'm always like, oh, that's nice. I like this person. They remind me of a gardener type. Not happy. Let's put up a fight. I have nothing. I've literally just logged in on a new server. So again, Middleton Native American Monument. It looks nice. Yeah, there it is. Kindred Spirits is what it's called. A large stainless steel outdoor sculpture in Ballick Park in Middleton. I didn't know that's what it was called, but yeah, this thing. It's like a nice statue. The Choctaws. That's it. So in general, we like them, basically. It's just like a nice statue you can look at. Anyway, back to the game. I pass that fairly frequently. Merciful little goblin. Has someone picked up the mantle, approached on horse, talked before murder? Right, we have a place to go. Where do we want to build? I don't know. Where do I want to build? I want to be relatively central. Maybe like up here, like an R16? Or 16, Q13. That's like relatively close to the dome, the bandit camp, the large bar. Sorry for hiccuping. Large bar and an Oxham's gas station. Somewhere along here. Or 16. Shut up, everybody. Nobody mocks Emma for how she says or, and she says it the same as I do. Or 16. Fuck off. I don't think there was a gas station on the previous map. Or what? I'm so angry. But Emma is nice. People treat Emma a lot better than they treat me just because she's, you know, nice and considerate and interesting. I think that's bullshit. You've got thicker skin. We like Emma. Emma will be streaming again on Monday, by the way. I mentioned that at the start. Can I go over here? I think this has been completely cleaned out, hasn't it? That goblin fucker probably took everything. If Emma streamed, we would all abandon you here. Emma roasts the ever-outing shit out of us too, but it feels more quaint. Well, Emma's too polite and just nice to actually properly... Oh, fuck her. Oh, thank you. I'm just a shelf boy. I pose no threat. I've decided out of respect to Steen, who also says or, that this is British colonial bullying. Ah! I'll stick to my regular bullying of calling you a strange geode that rose from the mud. Right, is there anything else around here? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna have to go, oh, there's an airdrop. There's no chance we fucking get it. Just cowering in the corner. Let's go. Let's just run off in this direction, please. I have nothing. You know what? I can make a wooden spear. There we go. I now have a wooden spear. I need some stone. What was that? Oh, there he is. I heard the... Emma's too polite and nice as I can only recall scenes of Emma hitting Dreya. I do get punched a lot. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. There's a fucking level up system. Let's do that now, because I neglected this for ages. Let's do mining or scavenging, because we're going to need the scrap. I'm going to do scavenging, I think. I'm going to do scavenging. Bonus scrap. Level up. And level up again. So 20% chance of bonus scrap. That is very useful considering how fucking rare scrap is when it's default resources. I love a one-hit barrel. I will also probably get that. Yeah, I think it's just, I don't mind. By the way, I don't actually mind if people make fun of my accent. I think the Irish accent is inherently quite silly. I find, this is rude to say, but it's about my own accent. Whenever I watch a TV show that isn't Irish, you know, like Father Ted or something. Whenever I watch like a panel show or say Taskmaster, it's a good example, and there's an Irish person on it, and the rest of the cast are either American or English, it always makes me slightly cringe whenever the Irish person speaks, because I'm like, we sound so rural and so like, we sound like such little hobbits compared to those other accents. Is the server still accepting applicants? Yes, I think it is. You can go to the Discord page for Banter Bunker. Sorry, I have to really sound it out slowly. I don't really respect my own accent. Cromwell is laughing from the grave to hear you say that. I passed an archway. I was out and about the other day, and I passed an archway where Cromwell left Ireland from, the Sea Arch or whatever it's called. And I was like, huh, forgot about him for a second. You said it properly? What, Cromwell? Oh, Banter Bunker. I like Irish accents. I find English ones weirdly out of place when they're in films and stuff. I guess it's basically wherever you're from, right? Oh, fuck, radiation. Prick. Run. I don't have any protection from this. I have water that I think gets rid of it a little bit. There we go. Where am I? I'm in the giant excavator pit. Right, let's not go there then for right now. Thank fuck he's gone sign. It is weird. I think there are still statues of Cromwell around in Britain. If there was a statue of Cromwell in Ireland, it would be defaced in 14 seconds, I think. Although I have heard, Emma was telling me this the other day, that of all of the statues, I think it's in, is it Westminster Abbey or the Houses of Parliament? There is a Cromwell statue that is prominently displayed among other, like, heads of state or prime ministers or something, and it is the most vandalized one. And she was like, it kind of says a lot about Britain, because in Ireland, that would be because of all of the mass murder that he did. In Britain, it's probably because he got rid of the royals for a while, and they're all very into them. I definitely cringe at Australian accents, but they're just very silly. See, I like the Australian accent. I think the Australian accent is a nice accent. Most other accents are nice, except ours. I think it's time for them to fight the British, me, freedom, Irish accents. Especially when someone's got a northern regional accent and they somehow turn up in a Hollywood film or something, except for Sean Bean. See, I really like that. I like that in recent years, and it's not a lot, but in recent years, there has been more regional accents on television. It used to be that the only time you would hear a northern accent on TV is if they were making fun of it in a sitcom or a sketch. There was no, like, no news readers who would do a northern accent, or Hollywood actors other than Sean Bean. You know, just now it's gotten a tiny bit better. I could have dated Sean Bean if we were born in the same year. A lot of people thirst after Sean Bean. I don't fundamentally really get it, but knock yourself out. Gonna take some water. My God, water's amazing. Connery had one accent. Connery doesn't sound like any other Scottish person, right? Sean Connery has a very distinctive voice. I'm not saying young me had taste. The fake Scot, did he put on that accent? I'm not really sure. It's like when you hear Liam Neeson talk and you're like, nobody has ever had that accent before you. What is that? Like, I'm sure, I don't think he's putting it on. Ooh, the body. Ooh, fantastic stuff. I don't think he's putting it on, but it's like nobody has ever had what you're doing going on. You never hear northern Scottish accents? Whenever someone is from the north, they just use southern accents. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, probably. Emma was talking about this. She was reading about something similar recently, about like the sort of various ethnicities in Britain, and how only about half of Scotland is like Celtic ethnicity, and the rest has like a different accent. And might have been she said like the Highlands area might be different, or maybe that was the Celtic bit. I wasn't really listening, but either way, she was saying that there's a lot of different accents that you never hear. But I wouldn't be able to tell. All of them kind of sound the same to me, and I do like them. I think the Scottish accent, I've said this before, is a bit like a nice version of the Irish accent, because the Irish accent always feels, I don't know, it depends on the accent, I suppose. People say Cork is a bit more lyrical and nice and a bit more quaint. Like, I have a vague southern Cork accent. I don't have like the proper Cork City accent, but I have like a county Cork accent. And people say that one's a bit more sing-songy, whereas the Dubliner accent is pretty bad, and the Limerick one just sounds like you're about to be stabbed. Yes, Picts maybe. Yes, Brits fleeing Roman Empire is the South. I think that was what she was saying. It's like the top is more Celtic, the South is more British, or like English influenced, like Picts and stuff, and Anglo-Saxons. Again, that could all be nonsense. I was vaguely listening at best. And the Northern Irish accent, I don't know how to do at all. I have loads of mates from Limerick and I love their accents. I'm not saying it's a bad accent. It's just that if you live in Ireland, you will have an image in your head of Limerick that is not really borne out by facts. The pigs all got wiped out by Irish Celts. Oh no. Limerick used to be called Stab City. It's a rude nickname, but it used to have the reputation, and not really anymore. It's come on a bit, but Limerick used to be called Stab City. People used to know it as Stab City more than Limerick, I think. And it was because it was like had more violent crime in it, basically. And it was so when you hear a Limerick accent, you kind of go, oh, rough. You know, it's like you just get an image in your head of a bit like a rough alleyway with a guy holding a knife. Yes, it's where the Cranberries are from. My dad went to university in Limerick, and he always tells his favorite gig of all time, he always says, was when he saw the Cranberries before they were properly famous, opening for REM near UL. And he was like, it was basically the best musical experience a person could ever have. And I was like, that does sound pretty great, actually. But yeah, the Cranberries do sing in quite a strong Limerick accent as well. Dolores Riordan, I think is her name. I can't 100% remember. But she does sing in a very noticeable Limerick accent. REM, fuck off. I like Cranberries. I think they're a pretty good band. I quite like, as I'm getting older, I quite appreciate bands singing in their own accents, because that wasn't a thing as much either. Like, everybody would, you know, back in the 60s, everybody would try to sound American. Then for a while, everybody tried to sound British. Like, listen to fucking Blink-182. Where are you? Ugh. But, like, now, I feel like more people sing in their own accents, which is nice. I like that. It's very dark now. A lot of learning about linguistics has shown me the history of just people like to move. Yeah, I mean, it's just human nature, right? Just sort of like going around and finding new places, or old places where people, you know, new to them, I guess. REM. I do love REM. I've said this before, that I used to hate REM. And I'm so sorry. Oh, I want to wring their fucking neck. Whoever that's Blink-182, I think. But I used to really not like REM because my dad was such a big fan of them. They were my dad's favorite band. And therefore, as a teenager, I was like, nah, I don't like REM. They're like shit dad music. And I was like, now, as an adult, I listened to REM and went, oh no, they're actually fucking incredible. I wasted so much time. Come on, just get out of... Oh, we're in a safe zone. I mean, that's probably good. Can I put on this? We can hang out here until daytime. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Shiny, happy people holding hands. I even like that song, which you wouldn't expect. People who hate people moving are from the agricultural evolution, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, people just go everywhere, right? That's good. It's like, you know, everybody should go everywhere. Just mix everything up a bit. It's a nice little jingle. Hello. How do I talk to you? Stable hand. I don't have anything for you right now. Okay, I'll try again later. Bye. Have we kazooed that yet? Maybe next week. If not, I don't think so. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Is that one of the people from B-52s doing the backup singing there? I think I might have read that somewhere, but I can't remember. Did we do the Sesame Street version? Oh, I think we did do the Sesame Street version, where it was like shiny, happy monsters or something. Oh my fucking god, it's the goblin again. I think when we relax and let people move around, we'll probably be pretty surprised how positive it can be. I mean, I think that's always been my opinion. I like the idea of everything, like the entire... I mean, it's very fucking... You know, what I'm about to say is very much like, just coexist and be happy, and very naive, possibly, but I like the whole, you know, giant mixing pot of the world kind of idea. It's why I like, at least in principle, the EU. EU has a lot of flaws, but I like the fact that, you know, free movement and free travel exists. It's fun. How does the goblin always find you? I'm convinced I'm being stream sniped, or they have a tracker on me in some way. It's awful. It's very frightening. Eee! Stop clapping at me. I'm very upset by it. I need a gun. I need a gun of some sort. Ooh, I could travel around and do quests for really things. Oh, I wish that was how the world worked. I wish I didn't have to worry about bills and stuff. I wish I could just go out and do like random little quests. It's why games are kind of an escapism, right? Am I still being followed? I should probably put the torch away. You know, I'm going to put the torch away and just chill out until daytime. Shouldn't take too long, right? Only like 7 hours. Yeah, I'm going to put the torch back on. I've immediately realized it's a really terrible idea, as I can't get out of this forest. Global universal basic income. I mean, that would be the dream, right? Watch out for boars and wolves. It's like a UBI. They're sort of experimenting with that for artists in Ireland. The arts are, I would say, like every country, right? But they are critically underfunded in Ireland, which is weird because Ireland, I would say culturally, Ireland really prides itself on its artists. Like, I mean, so does every country probably, but Ireland, I would say, is overrepresented in the arts considering its size. For a few reasons. We're like an English-speaking country and we were colonized, so we got a bit more prominence through that. But like, you know, in terms of writers and musicians and actors, we have like a lot of reach, and yet the arts is so fucking badly underfunded in Ireland. But a couple of years ago, they announced that they were going to start giving out sort of UBI tests for artists. So if you work in the arts, I think you have to prove that in some way. But if you can prove that, they give you like, I don't know, a couple of grand a month maybe for just like basic amenities. And it's like, see what you produce. So hopefully that takes off. Maybe they'll expand that to streamers. I didn't check. Artists have a lot of rich people in them, and I say yes, definitely. I mean, it again, as art becomes harder and harder and harder to do as a living, it kind of just defaults to being a rich person hobby, right? Yeah, it's like only rich people who can afford to get into the arts at the moment, exactly. I mean, it's not always true. Like digital, like look, piracy of Adobe products is free and good. So like, if you want, if you want to get into art, you can always just. I mean, it depends on how much you have. You need a computer that's capable of running the fucking thing. You probably would want a drawing tablet, which is what, like 30 or 40 at the cheapest. You'd want to pirate like Photoshop or maybe Procreate. I've heard Procreate's pretty good. I wouldn't pirate that, but pirate Photoshop. Then you can get free brushes. You can start in that. DaVinci's free. DaVinci is a free software. That's always nice. What's the euro to pound conversion rate? I think they're nearly the same now. I think the euro is worth like, yeah, it's like 90 cent or 90 pence or something like that. Like the pound is still worth a bit more, but the pound has crashed and the dollar's risen, so they're all kind of at parity now, or at parity right now. Probably prefer that. Maybe not sculptures. I'm not good at those. I am shit at art. I'm really bad. You'll go into the job center and be asked how your sculptures are coming along. I am really bad. The last thing I drew was Two Kings Mikey in the chat as a hedgehog. That is genuinely the last thing I drew. It wasn't good. The pound is a fucking parody. But the euro's doing fine, right? I think. That drawing haunts me. I kind of liked it. I want to get the metal, so I want to wait for it to be bright so I can actually fucking see. Or maybe I could just put one of these down. Maybe. Oh, I should probably make some clothes. Yeah, make some burlap shoes and a top. There we go. So I won't be as chilly. I liked it. Can I show it on stream, actually, just to show? Because I think it's a little deranged. You're good at film editing, which is film industry, and that's arts. That's true. I always sort of forget that. So technically I do work in arts, but like... And graphic design, isn't that your job or something? I went to school for graphic design. I wouldn't say I do it anymore. So, I mean, you know, for the stream I do graphic design, but that's not really a job. I wish I was better at arts, but I was too tired to do any, so not getting any better. It's me with drawing and illustration. I went to school for illustration. I did graphic design and illustration for a couple of years in college. And I was really shit at it. Graphic design I was pretty good at, and I'm still pretty good at. I can design a poster or a leaflet any day, right? But illustration I am real shit. Like real shit. Really bad. How do you afford to go to the cinema and stuff? Apparently the cinema is much cheaper here, because people say this all the time. A ticket to go to the cinema here is at most €8. Like, it's not that bad, right? It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but like a student ticket here. I do still have my student card from MUT. What's it called? MTU. That's what it's called. I still have my university student card for the next like 3 years. I renewed it just before I left, so I do still get discounts. But it's like €7 or €8. So like, you know, that's fine. Artists are all different though. We all have our own strengths. Yeah, exactly. You're currently performing, if that makes sense. That's true. I am technically performing as an entertainmenter. Fuck me. Right now. I don't go to the cinema often, by the way. I think the last time I went to the cinema was... Fuck me, when was it? It's been probably about 6 months. Like, I have not been to the cinema forever. But although that is less to do with monetary reasons and more to do with the fact that I don't really like going to the cinema that much. Nearly £15 for a cinema trip here now? Fuck me. I mean, while it's getting brighter, I can just look. Try 3 years. Hang on. If I go to my local indie cinema, right? Not even a chain, just a local indie cinema. What's playing and how much would it be to go there? This week at the blank. Not going to dox myself. Evil Dead Rise is on. That's kind of interesting. Guardians of the Galaxy. Fuck that. Tomorrow at €8:30. It is €9 because it's peak. This is at 8:30, and so they've raised the fucking prices like pricks. If I go earlier in the day, it's like 6 or 7 for a student ticket. So it's fine, right? It's fine. It's not that bad. That's the local one. It's not a great cinema, to be honest. Anyway, back to the game. So currently, if I wanted to go at 8:30 evening time to go see Evil Dead, it would be €9. It's just fine. Fine. Thought you had like a non-Twitch job because this is so hard to live on, but I don't stream as much as you. I do video editing as well. Not much, to be honest, but I do video editing. Twitch is like a nice little supplementary thing. I do not make much from Twitch. I make some stuff from Twitch. I do like, I'm going to Birmingham next week, actually. Yeah, exactly 1 week from now, I'm flying out to Birmingham to meet some friends, including Mikey, who's in the chat. And that the Twitch payouts have paid for the flights. So like, it's a nice little boost basically into my bank account. Once a month I get like a small little payout from Twitch, and it's like, oh, I'm always a little surprised. Just thinking out loud while typing. 27 for a movie ticket here, which is €16. That's quite a lot. Jesus. Oof. That's quite a lot. I mean, 27 sounds like a fuck ton, but then I do remember that I was in the post office recently, and they had like a big money exchange thing of like what the euro is worth, and it's listed Australian dollars, and it was like 1.5 times, and I was like, Jesus, man. That's not good. Although I guess who cares, really? Like, I've never really understood the whole different currencies being worth different currencies thing, because it's like, I mean, you probably get paid more relative, right? So like, it probably evens out. I don't know if it would affect you unless you were doing international trades. Dollary dues aren't doing so well. Do people actually call them dollary dues? Because I think that's fun. For €8, I'll act in any film you like, and that'll be a better rate than Twitch. I think if I did ever get the grant thing, where it was like a couple of grand a month for just artists and whatever, I probably would consider going to this full time, or maybe producing some short films. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. Stephen King famously has a system which is fantastic for students and indie filmmakers. There's a thing that Stephen King and a few other writers do, I know, in sort of solidarity, called Dollar Babies, where you can buy sort of limited rights to make adaptations of his short stories for $1. And then just like you can spend the rest of the budget on making the movie, which is quite nice. But you know, I'd consider making some shorts or some films or something like that. That could be cool. I would consider moving to Ireland and joining you. We got the Grant and Dreya con would definitely be on. Oh, I don't think interest rate swap traders call them dollary dudes. Do Australians like that episode of The Simpsons? Cast me in a short, Dreya, I beg of you. Sure, if I ever make one. The next time I make a short, I'll like open up casting to any actors in chat. Because I know that when The Simpsons went to Brazil, Brazilians hated it. Really didn't enjoy it. Do Australians like that portrayal? Yes, people love it. Good. Because when they went to Ireland, everybody hates it as well. Because it is a truly shit episode. I think maybe if it was during the prime of Simpsons, people would have enjoyed it. But it was not. Not actors can be trained to be yes actors. Ooh. Oh, I probably will need stuff from you. Fuck it, I'm gonna try and take out this guy. Wait, are you a bear? Fuck, I think you're a bear. Never mind, I thought you were a boar. Run in the opposite direction, please. I need an axe. I'm gonna throw you away and give me an axe as well. Come on, just toss it. There we go. Anything else? Oh, we have so much stuff. I need to build a fucking base. Let's decide where to build. I'm gonna say Q13 or OR13. Let's say OR13. I'm going to go to OR13 and build. I almost went very Irish there. I almost said OR13. That's disgusting. Befriend the bear. Did you get a hunting bow for the animals? I will when I build a base. OR13. Emma watched that Limmy purple burglar alarm clip yesterday and was laughing at it. And then asked me, is there any words or phrases that Irish people stereotypically can't say? And I went, yeah, probably the TH. Like, people make fun of that a lot. Like, 13. Instead of saying 40, quite a lot of Irish people say 40. That Irish O is a big one, at least in Cork. The sort of, instead of saying Cork, I used to get made fun of when I was a kid for saying the word Cork instead of Cork. You almost say it with an AH noise. Cork. They also say H a lot, but I've anglicised myself in that regard. I was like, go on, Kate. Go to Cork. 40. Calling people horse. That's another one. Instead of saying horse, people will say horse. Oh my God. Again, if I talked like that, nobody would watch. I was like, on horse. I do laugh. That is not used a lot here. It's usually sort of middle-aged and older would say horse. But occasionally there is a delivery driver who, like, if I ever order Just Eat or something, there's a chance I'll open the door and be greeted with, how's it going, horse? And I always smile. I'd be like if I did a Jeeves impression saying Cork instead of Cark. I was mocked. I remember when I was a kid, well, when I was probably 14, I was sent from one classroom in my secondary school to another in order to get a cork opener, right? We were doing a biology experiment because I took biology. And the teacher was like, oh, I can't get this jar of fucking acid open. Could you go next door to the next lab, the next science lab, and get a cork opener, please? And I went in and went, excuse me, can I get a cork opener, please? And somebody in the back of the class went, it's fucking cork, boy. And then called me a slur. But, you know, the first part was funny. For fuck's sake. Just heard somebody who sounded about 48, I'll be honest. There is a certain type of teen boy who gets a very deep voice very quickly, very young. So just this like booming voice just went like, it's fucking cork, boy, and then called me a slur beginning with F. Fond days. Oh, does everybody miss school? I saw a tweet recently that was like, oh, you'll never be in high school again. Isn't that sad? And I was like, I have nightmares about being in high school. I would rather, if somebody said, oh, we're gonna like de-age you and you're gonna go back to high school or secondary school for 5 fucking years again, I would end my own life. I genuinely would. I hated it. I have never been happier than I am now. Like, I continue to get happier and more accomplished as I get older. Like, I cannot imagine wanting to go back to teen years. Like, it's so alien to me that I can't believe people think that. I mean, if you had a good time in secondary school, fantastic. That's amazing for you. I just did not have that expression. Frankly, joyous revelation, in fact. It's the least sad thing I've ever heard. I really, it's so relieving. It is almost worth having those anxiety dreams for the moment when you wake up and realize that you're 27. Like, it's so good. Like, I'll wake up after having a dream where I'm 17 again and in secondary school and just completely fucking up my leaving cert, my final exams, and just knowing that I was fucked. And that everybody was going to be so annoyed. And then I wake up and go, it's a decade later and I'm 27 and doing all right. Oh, the flood of serotonin and endorphins that go through your brain. It's so good. If you had a good time in secondary school, I'm as suspicious of you as I might be of someone in a suit and fancy car. I managed to balance between the nerds, chavs, and people that I actually liked in high school. I think a lot of people are fine, like in secondary school. A lot of people, you know, I sort of saw it as a prison sentence, but a lot of people just sort of got through it fine, and that's obviously a good thing. Like, I hope you had a good time in secondary school. I had a good time. There we go. If you're listening here, I hope you had an okay time in secondary school, and if you didn't, I hope you've managed to at least largely get over it. Oh, I hated my entire school system. You know what? Actually, there was one school that was nice. I had one school that I liked. I started off in primary school, aged 4, I think. Yeah, age 4. That's about the right time. I think I went slightly earlier than some people. I think the standard is about 5. But I went to school around 4. And from 4 to 8, I was in a school that I got so badly bullied in that I was hospitalized, right? At that point, my parents took me out of that school and put me in a nicer, smaller primary school. And that one was lovely. Oh, it was so nice. It was fantastic in comparison, at least. And then when I was 12, that ended, and then at 13 I went into secondary school, and that was just as much as of a nightmare. I hated it. Fucking non-lethally flipping people over my shoulder to not kill them when they tried to do me in. Like, sorry as I did it. Looking back at it, it was worse than I thought it was at the time because I'm so narrow-sighted. Hang on, I hear a boy. Oh, it's just a boar. Okay, sword. Give me some fat. I need fat. That is very useful. Thank you, my friend. I need to dump some shit. What do I dump? Oh, dump this. I need some fat. That's cloth. I don't need that. Leather. I don't really need that either. Give me animal fat, please. What? I've mentioned this before. I don't remember it at all, so I'm fine. But I'm fine, like joking about it. I have literally no memories of my first primary school. And I was 8 when I left, but I went there recently enough to vote, because where I vote is my old primary school, just because that's where I got randomly assigned to vote. And I went there and had literally no memory of what was there. I was like, I don't remember these hallways or these rooms at all. A couple of teachers recognized me and were like, hey, Dreya, what's going on? How are you doing? It's been a long time. And I went, oh, I'm doing fine, thank you. Not knowing who the fuck I was talking to. I was like, did you teach me? Did I go to school with you? You don't look that old. I don't know who you are. Oh, Lethal Force Zone. D-arm, please. We've already passed it. Let's go back to R13 and build. Right? Sounds good. I had all right moments with friends, but didn't like any of them as we got older. I was kind of the same. Or we just lost touch, and then it's too awkward because I don't want to come out as trans to people. Oh, that's probably really horrible. I didn't even consider that. Like, if you know people, if you're friends or acquaintances with people, and then you transition in any way, and then get in contact with them later, it's probably a fairly awkward conversation, and you probably have to worry about, like, how are they going to react? Oh, that sucks. I feel like a grizzled veteran of an arena, which would explain a lot about video game enjoyment. My school was in the local papers because our history teacher didn't send the coursework to the marking board, so our entire class failed their GCSEs. Oof. I had a panic nightmare the other night, actually, about me not doing my GCSE history coursework, and that was 17 years ago. I've had similar dreams. Every book was in my bag so I could swing it to keep them away like a troll with a club. I got bullied, but also got lifelong friendships. Had fun, hated it, went on good trips, had some shitty boyfriends, good shags, very mixed bag. You sound like that one ad that Limmy plays sometimes. We had some good times, some very good times, and some fab times. I did not have sex in high school. Oh god, another fucker. And I'm kind of low on health. Swing! 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 Okay, we're doing fine. We need to build a hovel, please. I wish I didn't. I mean, I left secondary school at 17. I feel like I wouldn't have been good at it, or like, I don't know. I don't think I would have known what the fuck I was doing. Anyway, let's not go down that road. Reckon you can get an extension for extenuating circumstances. I occasionally get anxiety dreams about school just because of how badly I fucked up. Like, I did so badly in my leaving cert. Like, so badly. Like, so historically badly that I don't even know if they put me in the results section of, like, the newsletter, because it would have brought the averages down. I did so badly. I was so deep in a pit of depression when I did my leaving cert that I did not feasibly see myself being alive in 10 years when I did my leaving cert. I very much like disassociated and went, who gives a fuck? At one point in my leaving cert, for the Irish exam, this is why I speak no Irish, why I did so badly. In my Irish exam for my leaving cert, which again is the finals for the school system in Ireland, I just wrote song lyrics and then left after the mandatory time had passed. I did that badly. I got a not graded on my Irish exam. I did so poorly. I'm so average, I got solid B's in every single subject in GCSE. Actually, you know what? I did really well in English and French and biology. Those three I did quite well. I got an A in higher level English. I got a B in higher level biology. And I got a B in higher level French. Every other subject was bad. Every other subject was like a D or an F. Real bad. I did so bad on my VCE, my mum yelled at me for weeks to do year 12 again. Oh, I just remember my parents getting my results and then just everybody being quiet for a while, which is almost worse. Not good. Were they Irish song lyrics? I don't know a song in Irish. I don't even know the national anthem in Irish. I have a lot of back to school nightmares and I'm usually the age I am now and I'm like, God, I've been here for 13 years. See, I feel like that would be fine. If I went back to school now, I'd be great at it. Like, I'd be fine. Right, let's build a base, right? Let's build some twigs into a base in some way. How close can I build to this? Oh, pretty much right next to it. I'm going to build in this little clearing. We can clear out some of these trees, but it's nice to have some foliage around. I'm going to do this. No pressure from my mum, as I said, hippie, almost to a fault. That's, honestly, that's good. I like that. I was pressured by my parents into doing a degree that I did not like and dropped out of it and then was aimless for a couple of years, which is not ideal. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened to somebody, but I was, I don't know if I ever bring this up because I studied it so shortly and so badly, but I very briefly studied computer science in Cork, in like a FETech community college kind of course kind of thing. And I hated it so much. I could not fucking stand doing it. So I dropped out after a few months and then just kind of milled around for a couple of years doing fucking nothing. The score for the VC is called an ATAR. It sounds like an alien language and I like it. The vast majority of the education system is absolute bollocks. It's kind of just, you know, useful daycare for a lot for younger kids, and then as an adult, I don't know. Like, I've heard some more fucked up situations where, like, there are some systems where you have to, like, choose your school at 14, like depending on what job you want, which is insane. But Ireland is kind of similar, where you have to spec out for your future job, and if you don't know what you want to do, that you may as well just go fuck yourself, right? Like I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do when I was in secondary school, and then at 15 they go, okay, now you have to spec out your system for what you're going to need in college. And I'm like, what? It's okay. Well, if you want to go to university, you need a language. If you want to do an IT, you need maths, at least higher level, and you need this certain grades, and each one of these subjects gives different amount of points. So spec out your character, basically. And I was like, oh, I don't wanna. I didn't do super well in my undergrad, spent too much time smoking weed, did a master's later, which seemed to generally more than make up for it. I think my dad did the same. This is really a difference between Gen Xers, by the way, what I'm about to say, and millennials and Z, is because my dad went to university, went to UL, did computer science, or IT, or whatever it was fucking called, and then dropped out and immediately got a job doing IT at Kodak, and then went and did like a master's like when he was 40. Like immediately dropped out, bought a house, got a mortgage, and got like a high paying job at like Kodak or something. It was like, how the fuck does that happen? What was the 90s doing? The 90s was just this magical dream world, apparently. I fucking bled over handwriting assignments in school, and now no one cares about writing. I still can't write outside of cursive. I can only write in cursive. Emma sometimes finds it hard to read my shopping lists because I can't write in script. I only write in cursive. I can barely even read my own handwriting anymore. What am I doing? I'm trying to figure out what I want this to look like. I'm gonna say just a big rectangle at first. Maybe like this, so I can do an airlock. That seems good, right? Maybe? Seems okay. Maybe that's a thing. I voted yes in the poll because I would love to not have responsibilities just for a little while again. That's fair. Again, it depends on your home. Lots of factors. It depends on your home life. It depends on lots of different things, right? Whether you would ever go back to school or go back to high school or whatever you want to call it. I would very comfortably say no. I would never go back. I'm going to put a window here. I know I put too many fucking windows and things, but I think they look nice. I'm going to put windows in. Now, we have a little atrium now, right? I don't think I'm quite a Gen Xer, but things are definitely tougher now. My master's only cost 4k. They're like 20k now. Oof. Emma is currently applying for grants for her next year of university. And usually they'll come through, but they're very expensive if you don't. They're so expensive. Like Emma's doing an undergrad right now. She's doing an honors bachelor degree. And it is so fucking expensive. If you get can't afford to place? Oh, I don't have any fucking wood. What's wrong with me? Okay, can I build... fuck. Okay, 1 second. Toss this down for a second, because we need to go get some wood. It's like $8,000 or something a year, which is insanity. It used to be so much cheaper, and it keeps going up. It's just a nightmare. I can't remember if I said it, but I finally paid off my student loan. You did, and that's very good. We don't really have student loans. They're not as expensive here, and the government will typically pay most of it. Like, how it works here is there's 2 grant systems. You get an automatic grant from the government, no matter what level socioeconomically you are. The government pays $5,000 of whatever course, right? So if a course is $8,000 a year tuition, the government pays $5,000 of that. You're left with 3, right? And then the $3,000 will usually get paid off by the SUSI grant system, which is like a semi-private grant office that typically will pay out the grants. And it's fine, right? And sometimes there's some like caveats, like you have to have a certain level of attendance and stuff like that. But usually it's just like, here's the money, right? Because they want people to go to college. So it's never a huge, like, bankrupting amount of money. So the student loan system doesn't really exist here. But in Britain, I know it is a fucking nightmare, right? Like, degrees are unbelievably expensive, and in America as well. So I do sympathize. We have a different system here in the UK. Yeah, it's not too bad. He's not good. SLC in the UK, just take it out of your payslip. Oh, Jesus, really? That sounds like a bit of a nightmare. Would you like a little gift to get your house built? I mean, if you're willing to, I will take it. Let me take this as well. I'll need to build some steps. This should be more than big enough, right? Let me build a roof, please. Oh, God, I need to get in. Build a floor here. Oh, fuck, what have I done? Do I need a foundation? And then some steps. There we go, look at that. Lovely. Give me a second then. Is that, I'm going to assume that's Student Loan Commission or Student Loan Company, by the way, LSC. Or SLC. I finished paying mine off last year. It took me 20 years. Oh my God. That is genuinely harrowing. Like, who lets... Like, just as a fundamental thing, like, mainly people who are going to college are going to be, what, 18, 19? Like, that's the average age, 17, 18, 19, I would say. Getting an 18-year-old in that much debt is insanity to me. Like, how is that a thing that's just accepted that it happens? That's so much debt. Right, I also want to put maybe a lockbox on this place. I can't remember how. I think it's this way. So, like, people can, you know, give me some treats. There we go. Also frees up my inventory a little bit. Just in time for AI to take my job. Yeah, it's pretty bad. The way some people build their bases hurts my head. I don't expect to pay off my student debts before I die. Oh, it's so grim. It's so grim. Like, give me this horrible leather vest just because I feel like it. And some trousers. Give me some trousers as well. Okay, we're doing okay. Well, it's really fucking egregious that you were made to sign a contract at the age of 17, 18. Could barely tie my shoelaces then. I still barely know how to tie my shoelaces. I've said this before. I still tie my shoelaces by making, like, a simple knot, like end over end pull, making two loops and then tying them together. That's how I tie my shoes. I never learned the other way. The one where people go, you know, oh, and then the bunny goes through the loops and goes around the tree. I don't know that bit. I've never learned. Knock down another tree, please. There's another way. There's like a more... Why Cockney? I don't know. I never learned the, like, fancy way of doing it. I still tie my shoes like a toddler. I've never had Velcro shoes, by the way, because I think those are a sin. There are loads of ways to tie shoes. I know there's lots of ways to lace shoes. Like to like put the laces in different patterns and stuff for different feet. Never really learned any of those either. I heard footers. I need to stop saying footers and actually say the word footsteps more. Right, we'll put another door in. Maybe some locks as well. That would be good. Give me another door. Like this, I suppose? And then get two locks. Okay, at least we have some sort of security now. I thought you just tie him once when you first get him and then slip him on and off until the black part rips your heel to shreds. Oh no. I do that right now because my boots have laces and a zip, so I just use the zip part. Like my boots now, you lace them up tight and then you zip them up at the side. So to take them off and on, I just use the zip now. It's quite nice. I know loads of ways to tie shoelaces. We're having worked at Todd's in Bicester Village. I don't know what Todd's is. Is that a shoe shop, I'm guessing? But I do not know. Right, do I need more wood? I do. Let's get more wood, please. Let's go find some more wood. What I should build first is a chest. Let's build some wood storage boxes and put them in. Bychester? Well, what's it called? Bitchester? It said Bister. Oh, fuck off, Britain. Come on now. It's spelled... Oh, it's actually spelled Bychester, but it said Bister. It's like Leicester. Fuck off. Or Leicestershire and stuff like that. Really terrible names. You only pronounce about 4 letters, obviously. I'm not the wrong one there. Let's go with this. Let's put these in. We don't need stone right now, so we can put all that in. We don't need the ore yet. It's Brittany Bitchester. I'm going to call it Bitchester from now on. I mean, it'll never come up, let's be honest. It seems fairly insignificant. Everything in, please. Don't want any of it in my inventory. This is fine. Actually, no, we should probably put scrap in there, because it's the more valuable thing. It's what happens when you have an old written language, you heathen. Oh, I wouldn't know what that's like, because you ruined it. Do I have anything unlocked in the workbench, I wonder? Like, if I go into the crafting menu... Nope, fantastic. So I'm going to have to research all of that again. Ah! Kill me. Do I hear another boy? I do hear another boy. You know what? I'll take you on. Because we do need the scrap. Or not the scrap, the materials. Just rubbing shapes in the mud before we turned it up. Actually, we scratched it on pieces of stone. So, there. Oh, I remember being taught how to read. I could probably have a better chance at understanding written Ogham than I would understand Irish. I'm that shit at Irish. But I remember in primary school, we were taught how to write in Ogham. Something that has never come up since, because why would it? If you don't know, Ogham is an ancient Irish way of writing, where you carve lines in stones like runes, basically. It looks quite nice. But you'll occasionally see Ogham stones around. Wooloomaloo. Wooloomaloo. I got it in the crossword yesterday, did you? Was that in the crossword? I'm shocked I didn't get it. Wooloomaloo. That's right. Is that a town? I know a lot of Australian towns are named after indigenous words. So that sounds like it could be a word, right? None of these place names you're saying are real. Says the person from Wales. Irish place names are pretty simple, right? They're all just like Bally or Dun something. Like Bally, like all Irish place names are anglicized Irish words, right? That's how it was named. Like Dublin, I think was, it's called Balia Ahaclia is the Irish word for Dublin. I'm assuming they called it that after like Dublin, which would be like Blackpool. Because I think that's an area in Dublin. Cork is the Anglicization of Carkig. You've got things like Ballymun or something is Balyamun or something like that. You know, it's like Balya means town. Dublin is from Norse, no, is it? I actually don't know. I've never checked the etymology. Most Irish names are anglicized because of, you know, all the plantations, but some of them are probably Norse because we did get invaded by Vikings a lot as well. It's right, it is Dublin. I mean, it makes sense because Dove is black and Lynn is pool, so it's probably people saying Blackpool basically, but in Irish, and then sort of mishearing it and going, oh, that sounds about right. It's an old Nordic trade town. A lot of them are. Like Dublin, I think Dublin was probably founded by Vikings, which might be what people are thinking of. Like it was probably founded by them because a lot of towns were. They're founded by old Celtic, you know, settlers or Vikings. That is kind of the standard way of towns being formed in Ireland. You have some gifts in your Dropbox? Hang on. I almost thought you were talking about the website Dropbox for a second. Did I take it? How do I access a Dropbox? Submit is on the other side. Did I put this backwards? Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. That is so much stone. That is so good. Dropbox storage. I have put this backwards, by the way. I'll fix that eventually. Anyway, I blame the Normans, also the Norse. I know very little about the Normans because I don't know if they ever bothered coming here. Are they like the Romans where they took one step here and went, ah, fuck this sucks. We're pretty much neighbors again. Fantastic. Like that's famously, I would say, the Romans came here and went, oh, this is awful. Why would anybody live here? This is shit. And then left. Definitely a Norman Ireland thing. You do occasionally see Norman-looking castles. I know they're French boys who conquered England, right? It's why everybody's named fucking William and shit. They got rid of all of the wacky Anglo-Saxon names, right? And made them all Englishy. Or like modern Englishy. Like William and Norman and Gregory and stuff like that. Instead of like, I don't know, what's a fucking weird English name? You see them occasionally. My mum always said I had French ancestry because of the Normans. I'm like, that's going way back. I mean, yeah, that's 1066, right? French Norse boys. Oh, are they Norse as well? I didn't even know. Again, we don't really study them that much, I would say. Godfrey, that's it. Ethelred. That's one. They do sound kind of fun. Right, you know what? I'm going to put these straight up to stone, these walls. I think we can. I think it's probably a good idea. Harold. I think Northern Ireland was a big thing from the 12th century. Probably. We tend to focus historically more on the Celts and the Vikings, I would say. I think. The one thing I know about the Normans is that they introduced a lot of words for food. Like, it's why poultry is a word in English instead of just saying chicken. Because they would have different words for the food and the animal. So it's like beef comes from boeuf. And poultry comes from poulet. Stuff like that. What quadrant are you in? I will help you out. I am in this quadrant. I'm in Or 13. If Rust ever finishes loading. Rust is the slowest loading game ever made, I think. How much wood do I need to build a tool bench, by the way? Or not a tool bench, a tool cabinet? Tool cupboard. 1,000 wood. I should do that now before everything fucking falls apart, right? Upgrade to stone, upgrade to stone, upgrade to stone. Oh, I'm so happy! Look how much we're doing already! This is fantastic! Stone. Stone. And get me some wood, please. Slightly slower this wipe than last time. About 1,000 more assets to warm up. Jesus. Survival arena will start in 120 seconds. I might do that at some point once I gear up. That'll be fun. I do like Rust. Even if I don't meet anybody on a particular, like, session of playing Rust, I just genuinely enjoy doing this. I like just fucking around. I'm not looking forward to the initial login. I just enjoy just fucking around and beating up trees and finding wood and stuff. It's nice. It's like a fine thing. I've been thinking of getting involved in that survival thing. All right, let's get a TC. Now, hang on. I want to divide this up a little bit into rooms first. So let's do that. Let's get some wooden walls somewhere. So like this. And then a door here, maybe? Put a door here. And then wall here. Can't build in this area. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot this stuff here. How do I pick you up again? It's that. There we go. I want to separate out things a little bit. Just because, you know, it's better to do that, basically. Like maybe even another one here. In fact, yes, I'm going to put another wall here. Another door. Like that. I think this is a good way of doing things. And then I can maybe even have a staircase going up. Right, let's make all of this stone as well, please. Stone. And put a TC down. Put a TC down here. Like in an interior wall, so it's not as easily fucked. Because I'm bad at that. Authorize, open, put some stone in. Your base is not protected and is dying. There we go. Perfect. Now, get lots of stone. Build this up. I have already made my base too big again. I'm aware. Love to see a little Loki and Silas encampment on this server. The little Australia zone. I can't think of an Australian monument. I was about to make a joke. Like, it could be like a famous Australian theme park or something. I couldn't name one. Terrible base maker. Look, it's nice. It's secure now. Look at this. It's actually quite nice looking. This can be storage. We can have shelves here and here. This is looking okay. Uluru. That's a monument. Ramsey Street. That's a good one. Probably not that sensitive to call it Uluru. Fucking Opera House. Oh yeah, the Sydney Opera House. That's a thing. That looks quite nice. Is there even one? Fully aware I just pissed all that stone down the drain. I mean, it enables me to do this shit. The Harbour Bridge, that's not real. It just has the Opera House. The Opera House is the only location in Sydney or really in any part of Australia in my head. Right, let's put a thing here. Oh my god, just fucking... It's so awkward moving inventory around. Let me put a chest here that I can just have as a temporary thing. What's this, a stone hatchet? Oh yeah, I don't need that anymore. Let's put you in here. You in here. Let's put everything in here for a second. Free up as much space as possible. Anything that will go in there, put in there. There we go. That's a bit better. Now, you get picked up. So if I go T/remove. Can't remove. Disabled damaged objects from being removed? Really? Is that a thing? Wales has a population of 7. Australia has no monuments. Well, what do they have? They have Uluru and the Sydney Opera House. First one you said was Uluru and the Northern Territory. Stop lying. Second, which is the coolest because it's not man-made. Never been though. Like that's the only monuments they have. Or the only like impressive things. Right, I'm gonna need the fucking hammer back then if I can't pick that up. Hammer, pick it up. There we go. Now, we want storage on both sides of this, I think. I think that works. There we go. And then another one here. I think that might work. What does Ireland have? Nothing. Not one thing. We have, I think Americans quite like the Blarney Stone. I don't know what that is, though. I've never been. Ayers Rock is the old name for Uluru, I think. I think that's a thing. I could be wrong about that, to be honest. But I think Ayers Rock is what it used to be called. I think it's like a colonial name for it, maybe. What does Ireland have? A big pointy thing? Is that the spire? Hello, Boing. Hello, Bing Boing 762. Welcome in.
Welcome to the Goblin Cave.
Oh, thank you for the follows. It's very, very kind of you. Wide Bonnie.
Welcome to the Goblin Cave.
Now, I'm worried that this might be a bot follow. This has happened before. We'll see.
Welcome to the Goblin Cave.
Right, probably is then, right? Now, I'm gonna tab out.
Welcome to the Goblin Cave.
And mute alerts. There we go. I mean, really, I don't really see the point of bot follows because they get removed automatically after about 6 hours. Or I can just manually remove them with the click of a button. Or, and the only thing is that I just turn off alerts. It's just like nothing. I don't know why people think it's annoying to people. It's such a nothing troll. Like if the person who did that bot follow is watching, I don't care. Right, let's get some chests down. I think I need metal for chests though, which means we're going to need... how the fuck do I make one of these? A furnace? I'm gonna need a furnace. Right, let's make a furnace. Is that why people do it? I think it does. Doesn't it put you at risk? No, not at all. Like, I think there might be a myth that it sort of like puts your channel at risk. That, lots of suspicious activity. Twitch just knows that they're bots. Like, if you go to, there's a tool that uses the Twitch API called, like, I can't even remember what it's called, like Commander Roots bot remover or something like that. And it'll literally just show every account that's subscribed to you that's a bot or follows you. They know it's bots. They don't care. They'll just auto remove them after a couple of days anyway. Or again, I just do it with a click. It is literally, it's nothing. The analytics have suffered through the Gale fiasco. Bots would be good. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like a nice thing. Maybe it's like, oh, I'll put this in for them. Maybe they need some help. But I mean, again, they just get removed after, I don't know. I think the soonest I've had one removed is like 6 hours. Late is just like a couple of days. Or again, manually. Right, how do I make this? If I go to furnace. A furnace is low-grade fuel, wood, and stone. So, let's get that going. Let's get some wood. We have the stone, and we need low-grade fuel, which I think is cloth and animal fat. So we'll just click on this until it appears in the quick menu. Come on, there we go. One furnace, please. Thank you. Where am I putting you? Maybe here? We could get a couple of furnaces here. Because we don't need many furnaces. Thinking about Gale again now. Let's put some wood in here and some metal. Can I use low-grade fuel to heat metal? Can I put low-grade fuel in here? No, it's just wood. That's very annoying. Can I put charcoal in here? Can you use charcoal as fuel? This is something you'd think I'd have learned after... How many hours do I have in Rust? I'm gonna check. Tab. Go into Steam.
Welcome to the
oh god, they're still
cave.
going. Right, turn off alerts there too. I have 300 hours in Rust. Well, actually 294.1 hours. That is too many hours in Rust to not know this. Right, turn on, please. Give me some metal. Because I only need a few, like a handful of metal to make a proper chest, right? Because I don't want to be carrying shit around too often. Let's put stuff in here, just to keep it out of the way. Like, I don't need all of this stuff on me right now. Like, what do I want on me? Probably just this. And then we'll go out and get more wood and stuff as well. Bot parade. Can we keep at least one bot as a pet? I'm sure I have lots of bots as followers. It's like Twitter. If you ever get rid of your bots on Twitter, about 10%, I think as a rule of thumb, is probably bots. Moody Bins won the event. Good for him. Ooh, I'm double treeing. These trees are frotting. Sorry. It's just the first thing that popped into my head. Right, I have a pet bot. Oh yeah, Nightbot is a pet bot, I guess. That's one of the good ones. It's Mikey's turn to feed it. And the quote bot, that's another bot. I am in fact a bot. I mean, with bots getting a bit more consistent and, you know, well made, there's probably approaching the point where you can you'll be able to have like an actual chatter bot instead of just a follow bot in your chat. One that can actually respond to people and stuff like that, which would be weird and troubling. I don't like the idea. I should probably put some wooden window bars at least in here, just so people can't as easily throw a grenade in. Lovely. And a door here would be nice. Let's put a door. Eventually these will be metal doors, but for now it's fine. Oh, I think it's run out of... Do we have any metal from this? We got 30 metal. Is that enough for a chest? How much is a chest? It's 50? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, put in this. Put in all the wood. We will get chests. The ghost of Thatcher is on the server. What was that? Margaret Thatcher. That's quite funny. I can't wait until AI streamers so I can ditch this horrific goblin cave. You could pair it with a VTuber, right? VTubers, a lot of them already feel like AI. It's just kind of, you know, weird anime voiced boob women. That's kind of what they already are. There's a Simpsons steamed ham AI stream. There was the Jerry Seinfeld one, which was kind of genius. Remember to switch the Dropbox? I will. There was the Jerry Seinfeld one, or just the Seinfeld show one. That was very, very funny. But then it got banned for mentioning trans people. In fact, a joke that was, I would say, against transphobes in a weird way. I think that joke was fine. And it got banned anyway. And I wish it was back. Even though I learned that it wasn't just a joke stream, it was like people thinking that, like the creators of that AI-generated Seinfeld thing were like, this is what the future of television is. This is like what all TV will be in the future. And that scared me a little bit because it was so obviously shit. Yeah, exactly. They're always entertaining, interesting for a bit, then they get dull. Yeah, it came back, but now nobody cares anymore, right? It's not like Seinfeld anymore. Like, it came back, but they, you know, nobody cares. Because it was fun for a while and it went. Now it's just some guys hanging out. Aww. Everyone lost interest. I think that was inevitable. It's like a curiosity, like a lot of AI stuff. It's a curiosity that people are going to go, that's fine. And then when something else comes along, they just disappear. Truly digital content. At least it didn't have the guy playing Kramer go on a racist rant. That's what you kind of expect from an AI bot. They'll be good at making mediocre crap. So Marvel movies are fucked, right? Marvel movies are going to be AI soon. Everything Disney will be AI. I think Disney already said that, didn't they? That Disney, because of the writer's strike in America, they're looking into AI writers. Just really embracing the scum. Just, we are the worst people that have ever existed and we're going to embrace it. Right, I can make chests. Fantastic. I can make it one chest, a single chest, boy. Let's put you here. Lovely. Good stuff. Put a lock on it. Look how quickly we've managed to set up. I focus tested stuff. Ove focus tested stuff is AI. I don't know what that means. Ove? I heard that as well. It was I don't know how accurate the headline is, to be totally fair. Like, it is a bad habit of mine to just read headlines and not look any further into actual facts. AI writing isn't even good yet. What the fuck? Why would they think that's a good idea? Probably it's like spec scripts that they're going to get AI to write, right? And then have a screenwriter paid nothing to fill it out, is what I'd imagine. It's like, we'll get this screenwriter, we'll hand this screenwriter, we'll pay him nothing, and we'll get him to rewrite this thing that an AI wrote. Probably what it'll be. Sorry, there we go. Over-focused tested stuff is like AI. I do agree. It has the kind of like designed by committee vibe anyway when you watch Marvel movies or Disney products. So I don't think it would really even be that noticeable. I think you could tell me now that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was written by an AI and I would probably believe it. Because that movie is nothing. Or like the newest, what was the newest Thor that everybody hated? You could tell me that those were written by AI, just like fed scripts of the original movie. Right, we'll put that here. This is going to be like my misc chest, right? Steamed hams is great, the same precious each time, but changing slightly. I do like that. I think AI could be used to generate steamed hams content. Love and Thunder, that's it. Emma watched Love and Thunder and really did not like it, and she's not as much of a Marvel hater as I am. SpongeBob was pretty fun too. I didn't even see that one. The big AAA video game companies are talking about using AI for NPC dialogue already. Well, the writers of video games have even less power and union accessibility than TV writers do. So they're fucked. Like, video game writing is one of the most toxic, horrific industries to work in. Like, they are treated like dirt and paid nothing and replaced constantly. I'm going to switch this around, by the way. There we go. I do not know which direction I'm looking at, so that will have to wait till the morning. But yeah, I did see that as well. It's like, I don't know if it's going to happen, like the whole AI taking over the world thing, but it kind of seems like every corporation wants it to, so it's hard to imagine it won't. Like, if every corporation is like, yes, this is the direction we want to go in, it's kind of hard to see how it won't take over. That is getting dark. Jesus fucking Christ, that scared the shit out of me. Fuck you, game. That was my torch breaking. For me, Marvel all ended with Endgame because it ruined everything I wanted Thanos to win. If you can time travel to fix and everything, then there's no rules. Yes, I would agree. I would say even if it didn't ruin it for people, I feel like people are over Marvel movies as much. No, people aren't as interested in them as they were pre-Endgame. Because Endgame, I think, is not a good movie. I didn't enjoy it. I liked Infinity War more. But I think once you introduce the time travel multiverse-y stuff, there is no stakes anymore. Because it's like, well, why would everybody just not do that to solve all the problems? Like, when there's a big existential threat or a big zombie giant alien coming to kill the world, why wouldn't you just go back and, like, punch its dad in the testicles? Like, what, you know, that sort of thing. Like, I don't get it now. So I don't watch any of them, obviously. You can probably tell from my attitude towards these movies that I don't watch them. I'm going to put on a little candle hat just so I can see around. There we go. I heard you like retcons. I put retcons in your retcons. I mean, I didn't mind Infinity War. I thought it was okay. There was a time travel necklace all along, like in Harry Potter. Yeah, it's the same thing. Similar levels of quality, I would say, if that's not too rude. Trash franchise. I never liked either. But, you know, it's very much a fedora opinion to say that. I enjoy the latest Spidey movies, but I don't want them to be world-saving stories, just have them chilling around New York. I really didn't like the new Spider-Man movies. Like any of the Tom Holland ones. Because I feel like the thing I liked about him as a character, was that he was just kind of like a local, like, shit superhero a little bit. Like, he was a scrappy local hero and who just kind of hung out in his town and would save people there. As soon as they gave him like and you know, all his suits are homemade and he's like a boy genius kind of vibe. I feel like as soon as he appeared in the MCU and they gave him like giant metallic death armor made by Iron Man, I was like, I don't give a fuck about this. This isn't something I care about at all. A lot of people like him, though. A lot of people like Tom Holland as an actor and as Spider-Man. I find Tom Holland pretty insufferable as an actor, and I don't really like his Spider-Man either, but that's fine. It's not for me. Like, that's what I have to keep in mind. The Marvel movies, they're just not for me. Who cares? No one likes the nano suits and the magic helmets. I do think that is a big loss for that series, right? Just in terms of good things. I think the really cool thing about the Marvel movies early on is... oh God, what has been knocked on? Hang on. I think the really cool thing about the early Marvel movies, the MCU movies, is how like tactile everything felt. Like if you watch Iron Man 1, the way the suit interacts with everything and the way he puts on the suit is so fucking cool. Like it all feels very tactile and chunky. Now that it's all nanobots, it just looks like magic and it's way less interesting. Oh, that's terrifying. What happened in chat? Kicking Ghost Guy. Right, good stuff. The Spidey suit is smart with the Daredevil eyes, though, can have performance background. That is true. I like the sort of... Well, they did that with Deadpool as well, where they have slightly CG kind of movable eyes and stuff. I tried to watch the Spider-Man film, and Tom Holland says a line like, "But I'm just a 16-year-old kid." And he's like 30 or something. I had a double take. Yeah, I really don't like Tom Holland. I find him annoying. Oh, God. What now? Deadpool, not Daredevil. There we go. Right, I don't like this. This is very unpleasant. He does kind of look 16. I was shocked to find out he's older than me. He does look 16 compared to everyone in the Tobey ones. Tobey Maguire is very clearly like a 30-year-old guy playing a teen in those movies. So everybody in those movies is. Like there's a guy, I think the guy who plays the bully in the first movie looks about 40 years old. It's very funny. Every time I see Tom Holland, I'm like, where's his parents? I just don't like his vibe. I'm sorry to this man. I just don't like his whole vibe. I find him off-putting to look at. And his acting performance is very much just like scrunch up your face like a crying toddler, which I'm very not into. I don't know. Like I said, the movies aren't for me. The movies very much are not built for me, and that's fine. Let's put some wood in there. We'll put, I don't know, this can be the bullet chest for now, I guess. I can toss these. Put in some food, maybe, and a campfire. Can I build a campfire? I cannot. We'll go out and get some more materials. I need to see that one. I think art style looks cool and like Spider-Man in the 2000s when I was younger. Which one? Hang on. I love this first Spider-Verse. Oh yeah, I did too. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I liked Into the Spider-Verse. Will I see the new one that's coming out? Probably not, if I'm honest. I'm too cynical about it. Like, I liked Into the Spider-Verse, but as soon as I saw that they were making a sequel, I was like, it didn't need to happen. Like, why make a sequel to Into the Spider-Verse? Like, it was a standalone, nice story. It was a decently written story. It had an ending. Why does it need a sequel? Like, why does it need anything? I think it would be fine if that was just left alone forever as just a nice piece of movie making. Oh, fuck. Why is it so dark? Oh, it's because this ran out. Fuck me. I forgot I was wearing the hat. Okay, where's my juice? Hang on. I need to find the juice. Where's my juice? There's my juice. Give me 10 juice. Put it in here. There we go. We can see again. They couldn't call the first one just a quick jaunt and back into the Spider-Verse. I've seen one Iron Man, one Spider-Man in the Nolan Batmans. There's no need for any more Marvel shit. I would agree. Actually, Batman is a DC property. I don't think any of the Batmans are pretty good. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a really good Batman movie. Dark Knight is the best one. Marvel DC before nerds attack me. Dark Knight is probably the best Batman movie. But it's not great. I don't think it's a particularly great movie. I think it's fairly underwhelming aside from Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's great. Heath Ledger's really, really fantastic in it. Everybody else is fine, is also there. And when Heath Ledger isn't on the screen, you're like, when's Heath Ledger back? Everybody else is kind of shit. Especially Christian Bale. He is shit in that movie. He's okay in the other two. 90s Batman best? I think Batman Returns is the second best Batman movie. I would watch Dark Knight probably again. I would definitely watch Batman Returns again. There is no other Batman. No, you know what? I'd watch the 1966 Batman movie again. That's the third. Every other Batman movie I think is quite bad. What can be possibly left to story in any of the Marvel films? I think that's why people aren't going as much. I think they're becoming less successful, or at least part of the zeitgeist. Iron Man has an even bigger suit. I mean, his biggest suit was in the first one. In the first Iron Man, he had the big chunky suit that he fights his way out of that, like, terrorist prison with, right? Which is a cool scene. Robertson Batman rules, even if it's just for actually making him a detective and showing he puts on eye makeup. I think it had the best suit that has ever been in a Batman. It had the best Batmobile. It had the best set design. I found the movie completely fucking insufferable. Like, I had a horrible time watching The Batman. Oh, fuck off. What do you want? Hello? Oh, it's Mikey! Hello! How have you managed to get a character that looks almost exactly like you? Right, it's Mikey. Yippee! But yeah, I really hated The Batman. I thought The Batman was terrible. You can come in and rest here if you like. Oh, Jesus Christ! Fuck me. I'll ignore that for now. Right, you can authorize yourself in here, and then I think that allows you to come in and out. Because I haven't put a lock on this. The Steam ID autogen gods are smiling on Mikey. Right, I think you can now open these doors. Can you try and open this door? Right, that might not work. Wait, no, this one isn't even locked. Okay, there we go. Can you open the locked door? Apparently not, no. How can I do that? I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. Maybe I need to make a key? How do I make a key? Unlock, close door. How do you make a key? You have to give him a key. How do I do that? Open, clear authorized list? How does someone make a key in this game? All doors open, no locks. Classic Dreya moment. Unlock the door? Unlock door. Remove lock, lock, close door. Lock. Oh, create a key is 25 wood. Okay. Feed me, Dreya. I don't know if I have any food. 1 second. Do I have any food? I have this. Oh, you know what? Here, I have these mushrooms because I can make my own in a second. I can make this. I can cook this. Let me get some wood. Where's some wood? I need 25 wood. Give me 300 and I'll make you a key so you can actually get in and out. Create a key. There we go. Here, have this key, Mikey. There we go. And then I can lock this. Oh, it's already locked. Fantastic. Good stuff. And also put a lock on this. Does that work for all doors in this? Feed Mikey as well. I did feed Mikey. It's very wholesome and cute. Yay! It opens. Fantastic. How do I make a campfire like this? I'll put a campfire in here. Like right here, maybe? Yeah, right here. That won't burn me at all. Mikey needs clothes. I don't really have any clothes. Have you seen what I'm wearing? I'm wearing some sex. I've cut the skin off a boar. Let's put some food in here. Can you get in and out? I actually don't know. Right. This should be fine. That works, I think. Can you go open and close this door? Maybe not. Oh my god. Do I have to give him a key for every fucking door? That would be insanity. That would be so irritating. Did you just say skinned Jacob Rees-Mogg? No. Is Mikey your pet bot now? Okay, I now have some food, which is lovely. I don't think they can burn. Better to make a code lock. I will make a code lock. And Mikey is for life, not just for rust. I can't remember how to make a code lock. Hang on. Code lock. Oh, you don't need to unlock it, and it's just 100 metal fragments. Okay. I need... How many doors do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 doors right now, so I'll need 400 metal if I want to make that. Right. I will get to work on that. Oh, because you skinned a boar. Does anybody use the word boar to refer to people anymore? Is the problem. Right, I think I will go out. Hang on, I need to split this. I'll just put this in here. This can be like a tool chest for now. Let's go out and gather some materials. We need more stone and we need more... What's it called? Wood. How many times has Dreya been assaulted by a rampaging monster? Not really any. I don't think we have been. Ooh, you can build anywhere around here if you like. We can share resources. It's nice when people in chat are watching the stream, because I can just talk to them without bothering to press V. Right, wood. I tend to just get the fallen wood because I feel bad about cutting down trees. Basically. There we go. I never feel great about it. No Emma Slender. If so, why was Emma out of bed? Emma got up because I was playing kazoo too loud. Which I feel is rude. I can play kazoo as long as I like. Emma specifically, when I went down, as she was falling asleep, feeling quite sick, said, please keep the kazoos quiet. And I refused. So I can only imagine how overjoyed she was to hear the very loud kazoos. You please. There we go. Imagine being the boar or the boar. This is, I mean, primary school level jokes. I barely even know what a boar is. Is it literally just like a boring person? Is that what that means? Again, I cannot think of anybody under the age of 70 who would use that word. I was going to do the nice kazoos, but you never get the chance. Right, bye. I can imagine wanting some mercy for kazoos while sick. She loves them, really. She just pretends. Hey, come back! Fucker. I'm not as fast as a boar. I don't know if Mikey's actually gathering any wood here. I feel sorry for her. I'm just coming in and snapping up all the driftwood or whatever. I'll go over here. Right, give me some mushies, please. Because I am kind of hurt because I keep fucking picking fights with pigs. Get Mikey in your team? How do I do that? How do I give Mikey... Well, I can give Mikey a spear. And do I have any stone around? I could probably upgrade it. How do I give Mikey a team? How do I invite somebody? Create team. Okay. I've created a team. How do I do that? Caps lock? I don't know what that is. Caps lock doesn't do anything, I think. How do I invite somebody to a team? Do I just hold E on them? Here's the kazoos. Groans hangs up do not resuscitate sign. Look at him and bring up the little wheel thing, I think. Okay, so if I bring E up on you... Oh, invite a team. There we go. Fantastic. Now we're in a team, I think. Well, as soon as he accepts. Again, 300 hours in this game. I've never done that before. I'm confident at least I haven't. How accept? I don't know. Maybe in your inventory there might be a button, so if you press tab there might be something down here that's like, accept invite. I don't remember. We're both shit. This is a problem if 2 people are in a team and they're both shit. Normally you have to have like a trip sitter in these kind of games where one of you is competent and can actually do things and the other like follows their lead. Dream team right here. Right, more mushies, more mushies. I need stone, so I'm gonna go off and find that. Well, actually, we're kind of just waiting on metal because I need to make a workbench so I can start building things and researching things. Actually, how much is that? Also, where's my base? I've slightly lost it. Where's my base? Hang on, it's this way, I think. I'm really bad. There we go. Base is over here. Oh, I'm actually in ore 12 instead of ore 13. Get back in. I left the doors open. What's wrong with me? What's actually wrong with me? I left both of the fucking doors in the airlock open. Oh. That is rough. And burn myself. Fantastic. You go in here. Just keep topping up this. Go in here. Go in here. We can store these in here for now. Actually, no. We should put these in a proper chest. It's silly not to. Put these over here. Like, you can go here. You can go here. You can go here. Yeah, that looks about right. Classic. Tab to open character and accept invite in there. Okay. Leaving doors open. You're just asking to wake up covered in relish. Is that an innuendo? I know I keep asking that, but that must be an innuendo. I'm sure I've heard cum called gentleman's relish before. Yay, you've accepted. Woo. With caps lock wrong. Fantastic. I can nearly make code locks, by the way. So once I get 400 metal, I can make code locks. How do I make a workbench? Workbench is... Workbench level 1. 50 scrap, 100 metal, 500 wood. I can probably just do that now. You know what? Let's do that now. Let's get some wood. Let's get scrap, which should be out here. And metal. And we'll make a workbench. Fantastic. Is brine now a euphemism? I don't think so. What would... I don't want to really think what brine would be a euphemism for, to be honest. Right, let's do this. Let's get a workbench down. We'll just put it here for now. I might expand this to have a staircase and a little balcony and stuff eventually, but for now, this is fine. And what can we get? Right, we want to get some metal tools unlocked first. Oh, great. I can get a hammer and that's it. Fantastic. Dreya's special brine. Oh. I guess I would just... If somebody asked me to come up with an urban dictionary definition for brine, it would probably be like vaginal juices rather than cum. Like, that seems more appropriate, maybe. Trey special brine. Yeah, probably. Exactly. I'm getting agreement. I'm not just getting for fuck's sakes. I'm getting some agreement. That's gotta be the end of the stream career. I don't think so. I think that's fine. I think it seems more appropriate in my head. No agree, only for fuck's sake. Right, let's put the ship back in here, right? We still need more metal. Please give me more metal. I really wish this was quicker. How much metal do we have now? Oh, you know what? I will do some of these doors at least. I will get 3 code locks if I can. So how do I make this? I think it's already unlocked. So we just do this. Open tech tree. No, not open tech tree. Just fucking build the thing. Q. Give me 2 code locks right now. And I will send this to Mikey. Like through a Discord DM. Or you know what? I'll send it to him through WhatsApp. So I'll hide my screen. I will unlock this and remove the lock and put a code lock on it. Now, I'm going to go over to full camera to set this lock. Change lock code. The lock code is There we go. Now I'm going over to Mikey's WhatsApp chat with me. Now I've slightly forgotten in the time it takes to load up WhatsApp what I've typed in. Hang on. Unlock. Change lock code. That one. There we go. That should be it. that should be right. It's fucking cold. Hurry up. I'm gonna unlock that and remove this lock and put this on as well. And I'm just gonna use the same code, I think. Change lock code. There we go. Perfect. Amazing. It works. Okay. Into game again. It works. Yippee. Lovely. Now we need one more code lock just for this door here. I can leave this my private enclosure locked maybe until I get more metal. Remove this on here, and again, sorry for this, back onto full camera. Change lock. And done. Everything's fine now. We have proper locks for the first time in a long time playing Rust. I have not had code locks, I think, since like the second last time I played on a wipe. Oh, fuck off. What? Do I have to type this again? Hang on. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Oh, thank you for the raid, Darkstar. That's very, very kind of you. Axe Crew has come in search of variety and achievements. I don't know if... Well, you'll get variety. Variety in this stream is fairly high, I would say. I would say I do variety on this stream more than I should in order to build an audience. Like, the plan today was not to play Rust. The plan today, if Emma wasn't sick, my partner, who sometimes streams with me, was going to be playing a 2000 video game based on the Animorphs franchise called Know the Secret, which looked really terrible on a Windows XP machine. And then probably play Plague Tale Requiem afterwards. So we're doing that on Monday instead. So, you know, I just loaded up Rust. I remember Animorphs. I don't. I never watched Animorphs. I don't really 100% know what it even is. But Emma was a big fan, and she talks about it a lot, and I zone it out every time. She has ranted about how good Animorphs is. Stone me? What do you want? Oh, here, Mikey. Hang on. Mikey is in a team with me right now. It's a book series. I know it's a book series, and I think it was a TV show as well. And I know... There's 3 video games based on it. At least I know that now after looking up this one. It doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. I don't know what it's about. It's about kids battling aliens while becoming animals. Also, why do I still have all this shit on me? There we go. Oh, a cargo helicopter's inbound. I don't know what that means. I don't know what what that is. British stream ad, please. Oh, it's so fucking long. Oh, there you are, Mikey. Mikey, I'm going to give you a stone spear just because it's better than a rock if you come across a boar or something. I'm going to go in here and I'll play the stream ad. Oh, fuck me. This one is like 1.5 minutes long. You have my permission to leave. Ads eastend.mp3 is what I've called this.
Apples and pears for sale. Apples and pears.
Hello, Vera. Hello, Primrose. What are you doing out and about? Oh, I'm just picking up me jellied eels and me pint of London fog. I love being English. Oh, lovely. I'm here to renew my subscription to Dreya. Oh, who's that then? They're a lovely streamer on their Twitch website. They talk about cum a lot. Oh, love a bit of cum. Well, who doesn't? I can feel my mouth watering already. So, What does a subscription to Dreya get you then? Well, it gets you ad-free viewing, a collection of emotes, and it sends money to the streamer. That sounds like a right bargain to me. It is. You even get a free subscription if you have the Amazon Prime, so you can take a few quid straight out of Bezos's pockets. Oh, I hate him. I hope he gets shot in the streets like a rabid dog. We all do. Anyway, I'll make sure I renew my subscription to Dreya every month. Sometimes I even donate bits to him as well. Makes me feel like I'm doing charity for the needy. Oh, here comes Big Dave, the subscription seller man.
Alright, loves, you looking for a subscription to Dreya then?
Yes, please! And throw in a little cum if you've got some going.
Sorry for that. And thank you, Hexter, for subscribing with Prime. That's very lovely. You're proving it works, no. Just kind of puts the idea in people's heads. That is a horrific ad. It's too long. It's too annoying. It's so bad. I made it intentionally bad. Don't worry, I'm aware. But my fucking God, is it bad. I don't know how you get away with this, how to report this for personal attack. The length makes it funny. I think if it was 30 seconds long, it wouldn't be funny. The fact that it's a minute and a half long does make it come back round again. It just keeps going. That was based entirely on a tweet I saw where a packet of aloe vera and primrose oil were next to each other, and somebody went, "It sounds like two old English women saying hi to each other. Aloe vera." And I went, that could be an ad. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell. God, if any Cockneys are watching, I do sort of apologise. It just is an inherently funny accent. Like, I was talking about how most accents, I think, are nicer than Irish accents earlier. The Cockney is one that is just funny. Like, it is impossible to take a Cockney accent seriously. Again, sorry if you're Cockney, but, like, how can... If anybody talks anything like that, how can you ever take them seriously as a human being? Subscribe! I imagine that is a perfect one-to-one recreation, by the way, of a Cockney accent. Like, you would not be able... That would be... Emma watches EastEnders. The reason that's called East End is because Emma watches EastEnders. And it sounds identical to that. Although the alerts are turned off. Am I still getting bot followed?
Slag.
Welcome to the Goblin
Yeah, I'm still
Cave.
getting bot followed. Fantastic. So that's staying off. Cool. Probably... How many followers have I gained? I'm up to 2,700 followers. So about, what, 2,100 followers from bots? Fantastic. I'll click all of them away after the stream at some point. Or again, Twitch will do it. I wonder how long that'll keep going. Might just keep going forever. Needs slapping down to get got removed. I think so. I think what happens is occasionally I will cycle through emotes or sound emotes. What do you call them? Sound alerts. That's what they're called, I think. I'll cycle through sound alerts and get rid of whatever is the least used one of the free ones, right? There's channel point ones and then there's bits ones that are very cheap. They're like 5 bits each, which is like 4 cents or something. I get rid of whatever the least used channel point one is and put it into the bits one. So that it still stays around, but just, you know, if people are sick of it, it goes away and it gets replaced by a fresher one. That's kind of how the cycle works. Anyway, we got some materials. What time is it? I should probably end the stream at some point soon. Although we started about half an hour late, so I can go about... I'll go another like 15 minutes or so. That's probably fine. And then we'll raid somebody. I forgot I started late, because again, Emma was sick, and I don't know why my thought process was, maybe 15 extra minutes will give her, like, time to recover. It's not really how sickness works. If you're sick, you're probably just sick for a while. I don't really get sick often, though. Like, I'm one of the few people I know who managed to avoid COVID. Where's Mikey? Mikey is somewhere in the woods. The fuck was that? That was a gun. Right. We need scrap is what we need. That's like the mission right now. We need some scrap in order to research guns. Because once we get guns, we're probably set. You know, we'll be all right. So, ST, because we've leveled up again. I'm going to get more scavenging. I'm going to hard spec into scavenging. 5 available points. All right. Oh, Jesus, Mikey's right in front of me. I didn't even see him. And maybe where's the one tap? Barrel smasher? I'll level that up as well. And then, what are you? 2% chance of finding electronics? 5% chance of finding extra strap in a crate? At that point, I'll probably be more likely to go with harvesting or wood cutting or mining. Give me mining. Fuck it. Right, so we're a scrap boy right now. You know? Advanced miner stuff and the scrapping thing. It's all gonna be good. Hello, Broseph, welcome. I also managed to avoid COVID, also hello all. Hello and welcome. Can I get a shout out for Broseph? Oh, my parents got it. Emma probably got it. And I'm the one person who never did. So my immune system is rock solid. More scrap percent scales well with your current perk. Ooh. What is my current perk? I don't know. I don't know I haven't really looked that heavily into the perk system. I've had it twice. So have both my parents. Both my parents have had it twice. My brother has had it. My Emma has had it. My Emma has had it. I'm the only one I know. I think all my friends have had it. Chance to find scrap plus extra percent of scrap is good. Okay, fantastic. I will work on getting that because I want all of the scrap possible so I can research. So where would scrap be, do we think? Where am I right now? I'm going to... Let's go to the dome. Let's take a trip to the dome, shall we? Can I get a different colored thing? There we go, green. Let's go to the dome. You're simply more evil than COVID. I've killed somewhat less people. I'm out of Kendall as well as the problem, so I might need to make some more of that stuff. Safe zone, that's lovely. Good Arvo, welcome Lisa. I don't know if I 100% believe the people in Australia say good Arvo. It's too Australian. Like, it seems like a parody of an Australianism. Good midnight. Yeah, what time is it here? I have no idea. What time is it? It is 17:04. I think they all agreed to tell us that they say it. It's like, you know, it's like if Irish people ever actually said top of the morning. It would just be too much. Do Australians, I don't know if I've ever asked you this, do Australians ever actually say good day? Is that a thing? Do people say good day? Yes? Holy shit, that is hilarious to me. Because that does feel like if Irish people went top of the morning, which nobody has ever said outside of Jacksepticeye. Not to be confused with avo for avocado. You call them avos? See, that's very funny to me. Maybe in the countryside they do. Good day. I mean, it's charming. I hear it a lot. Oh, God. It's more charming than top of the morning, or I don't know. What's an Irish welcome? Fáilte? Fáilte, diagwit. I'm just thinking of actual Irish language greetings now, which nobody really uses. Occasionally you hear people say fáilte, but not like properly. What do Irish people say? Like, what's a generic Irish like greeting? Like, how's tricks? I don't know. We definitely don't say top of the morning. City slicker moment. Not gonna lie, Jacksepticeye made me suspicious of Irish people for a long time. I should say, I have never seen... Oh, I can stack more mushies now, by the way. It capped at 10 on the last wipe. I've never seen a Jacksepticeye video, and I know literally nothing about the man. I'm sure he's lovely. But I have never seen a video. I just know that he opens with Top of the Morning, or he's used to. Plays a borderline offensive characterization and forgot, and now I think lost to his original self. Oh, Jesus Christ, Mikey. The bye you loved so dear. Cork people do say bye a lot. Like, they do call people, have to shoot, have a fun weekend. Yes, have a good weekend. Salute the King tomorrow. Oh, for fuck's sake, that's happening at, like, tomorrow morning, I think. I don't know who he is. He is a green-haired Irish boy. I mean, he's probably like 40 years old. A green-haired Irish boy who is in the same kind of realm of YouTube as like Markiplier and PewDiePie, I would say. You know, that kind of group of relatively early let's play, you know, let's watch Happy Wheels kind of things. That kind of YouTuber is still very famous, I think. Follow a Northern Irish streamer and their accent is something else. The Northern Irish accent is like a mix of Irish and Scottish, I would say. I watch his videos, I enjoy them, they're fun. I'm very humorless. I probably would enjoy them. It's like, I've also never seen a Markiplier video. Same sort of thing. I know who Markiplier is. I've seen clips of them, but I've never actually seen a video. The Northern Irish accent... I will say it. If Macaroni Prince is watching, I'm so sorry. It is a fairly unpleasant accent. I think it is not a pleasant accent to listen to. But I think it's one of the few accents that I'm like, oh yeah, the Irish one is better. It's like how Larry the Cable Guy started off doing normal stand-up, failed, so invented the white trash character. Yes, that's a thing. Isn't Larry the Cable Guy, his actual name is like Lawrence Sebastian Smith or something, and he's like an heir to a coal mine or something like that. He's like fairly well-to-do, but then started like dressing in overalls and going, get her done, and then got famous from that. Northern Irish is very strong. I feel bad when I can't understand it. Some people also talk too fast and my ADHD brain can't deal with it. That is a stereotype of rude to Mac. Exactly, it is. I like Mac streams a lot and I like his accent, but sometimes when it's very strong it can be a bit unpleasant to listen to. Not him in particular. But what was I saying? The Irish stereotype is that we talk very, very, very fast. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I talk very, very, very fast. Sometimes I feel like I do. Like right now that I'm aware of it, I feel like I'm talking way too fast and that I need to slow down. But it is a stereotype that if there's a strong Irish accent, you have no chance of hearing it as a foreigner because you're like, they're already 4 sentences deep and I don't know what the first one was. I'm lucky in that my accent is not very strong. You really string out saying the letter or. You do talk quite speedy. I always felt the Irish accent is quite slowed down. I guess it depends on where you're from. Like, if you have a very fast accent. Like, what's a very fast accent? I associate the Welsh accent with being quite slow. Whenever I've heard someone speaking with a Welsh accent, it's always quite slow, like they're gently rocking you to sleep by a fireside. Scouse is fast. Scouse is fast. But also, Scouse is quite related to Irish. I've been told by Spanish pals that Australians, or at least me, speak too slowly. I associate the Australian accent with being quite slow as well, actually, I think. I sort of associate them, I don't know, all sounding a bit like they're, you know, talking... Like, when I've watched Neighbours, basically, they all speak quite slowly, I think. When people from other English-speaking countries say they can't understand some of the things I say, I get annoyed. Like, how much slower can I speak? Who doesn't understand the Australian accent? The Australian accent is so close to the English accent. Who doesn't understand that? I wouldn't think that. I don't think... Is it possible to have a really strong, ununderstandable... I haven't made a fucking bed. I just saw a sleeping bag and realized that I have not made a bed since starting. That's a horrible thing. I think Southern Hemis speak slow too, because when I watch Mexican stuff, it's either understand in Spanish. I can see that. The one time we played DBD, I struggled. Really? No, you jest. I think Australian English is probably the easiest for non-native speakers of English to get. I would be shocked if there's no Australian slang or anything that I wouldn't be able to understand, I think, or at least from context. When I was getting buses around Scotland, they couldn't understand me. I mean, Scottish, like Scots, can be fairly difficult. Not difficult. But like Emma will occasionally watch Limmy clips because Emma finds Limmy funny but doesn't really watch streams. So she'll occasionally like watch clips of it on Twitter, like the purple burglar alarm one recently that I mentioned at the start of the stream. And she will occasionally go, "What the fuck's he saying?" Like, what was that? Kenny? What does that mean? Like, you know, that kind of thing. So Scottish I could understand, but Australian? Like, I could understand the other way around, like an Australian not understanding Scottish people. But not that way. My partner can never understand Aussies? This is a new world to me. It never occurred to me. My partner says American and Aussie is the hardest for her. They both bend vowels. I guess if you, maybe, because your wife's Italian, right? Or your partner is Italian? So is that a thing? Like maybe it's like if you're not an English speaker, like the accent is harder? Maybe? I don't know. Yes, okay. Like, as I imagine, I don't know, I'd imagine the Irish accent is quite difficult to understand if you're not an English speaker. Anything out of the fucking ordinary, which is, you know, English, American. I think we're really easy to understand, except like drunk Australian men. I wouldn't know. Like, again, if the Irish accent is really strong, then it's fucked. Like, I've played that clip before, the like Irish farmer that nobody can apparently understand. What was a good full camera? If I go to YouTube, not fast food rockers, that's the last thing I watched. Go to Irish farmer stolen sheep. I think that's the video, right? Irish farmer's strong accent in County Kerry. This is about probably an hour's drive from me. So if I go to desktop,
Welcome to the
apparently,
Goblin
oh
Cave.
god, the fucking things again. But that was called Silas Gaming, that one. Have you sent the bot, Silas? Right, if I got to gain up on this, people claim they cannot understand this video, whereas I can pick out, I'm going to say 90% of the words. Like this is a fairly, it's strong, but like I can understand this.
Well, then find them. That's right, then you own them in. And you want to see it, find them.
Last Saturday, Mikey Joe O'Shea brought his flock of Scotch.
Of course his name is Mikey Joe O'Shea. The most Irish name. I mean, so's the fucking reporter. Sean Mackensitig?
Sheep down from the mountain commonage ahead of lambing. He discovered over 50 were missing. Allowing for a number of deaths and strays, Mikey is convinced over 45 sheep have been stolen.
There we go, that's the 45 thing again instead of 40. 40.
Mikey is convinced over 45 sheep have been stolen.
Possibly a night, there'd be a full moon there about night, and it should be bright out, and there could anyone go up in the mountains about night, sure. Well, there was 45 sheep missing, Mike, and the lambs and everything, and the sheep, just count out a nice bit of money, Mike. To be done about it, nothing.
Yeah, I understood that fine. Just talking about his sheep. So there's 45 sheep gone up the mountain, and what can be done about it? Nothing. Like, that's just sounds like my ears are bleeding.
Missing, Mike, and the lambs and everything, and the sheep, just count out a nice bit of money, Mike. To be done about it, nothing.
That's not English. This guy's easier to understand.
Mikey's next door neighbour says some of his sheep have also been stolen.
Come back. I'm missing about 10 ewes. It's not all that difficult. All you got to do is have a good dog. Have a good dog and go at night, some moonshine night, just put the dog around him, put him on a trailer and walk him. And then probably somebody else to pick him up. Whoever is doing it knows what he's doing.
The IFA says the theft of livestock has become a serious problem across the country in recent years.
It's so very sweet. I love those little sheep. Anyway, there we go. That's the Irish accent. That's a very strong Kerry accent. Ross be looking a bit different. We're in, Ross. Shut up. Also, welcome, Megan. He's just mumbling in hopes the word might be enunciated. I found that fairly understandable. Like, I can understand why it's not, though. Trans flag sheep. I am going to take a wild stab in the dark and say the rural Kerry farmer is probably not massively progressive, but you know, you could be surprised. Rural Tell Kerry I'm shocked they are not attacking the cameramen for stealing their souls. Sorry, that's very rude. I know very little about Kerry. Nobody does. Kerry is like Cork, but like nothing's there. Right? Like Cork at least has Cork City. Kerry? What the fuck does Kerry have? It has the butter, but I think that's just made in Cork. Anyway, my phone died, but lol at the Silas bot. My prefabs are being pre-warmed still. Gee, you're still loading? Gee, Australian internet, my god. You don't have to apologise, you're the Irish one here. If anybody from Kerry has managed to acquire an internet connection, they'll be angry. I usually make those jokes about the West as well. But they definitely won't have an internet connection. I'm pretty sure Nuku is the only person who's managed to escape from the West. Anyone in Connacht, it's impossible to offend them because they don't know what's going on. Sorry, again, genuinely very rude. I'll stop now. Who gives a fuck anyway? We'll all be dead soon. I stand by that quote. Oh, I love that quote so much because I genuinely, when I'm anxious, I sort of just repeat that to myself. That sort of mantra. Like, it's, we'll all be fucking dead soon anyway, who cares? And it does calm me down. It's like a nice little coping mechanism. Or 12 or 13. I am currently in the bottom half of or 12. Bottom half middle. Yep, same. It's very nice. Existentialism, it's good. Existentialism, nihilism, whatever. It's like, we'll all be dead fairly soon. Oh fuck, there's a crate up here. That means there probably will be some boys. Which isn't great for me because I just have a random fucking scrap sword. Ooh. Oh, I can break these open now in one shot. That's pretty good. Or who cares, the sun will blow up on it. Exactly. I like doing that one as well. Emma hates when I say that. If like something bad happens, I'll usually go, we'll all be dead in like, what, generously 50 years we'll all be dead. And then after that, everybody who will ever known us or remember us will be dead fairly soon after that. And then eventually that'll just keep repeating, and then the sun will explode, and then the universe will end eventually after that, and anything that could be remembered won't be, and there'll be nothing left. So, you know, it's just nice to say that and put things in perspective a little bit. It's just a nice thing. I do see, by the way, there's no crates here, which means somebody is up there, which means I cannot go up there. There's somebody up there with a gun. They will destroy me. I need scrap. How much scrap do I have? Two scrap. Fuck me. Odds are I'm already past the halfway mark going downhill. If I blink too hard, I do my neck in. I woke up with back pain a few months ago for the first time. That was not fun. Oh, Jesus fucking hell. That was an arrow, I think, maybe? Run. Because I don't have a bow. Why did I stop? What am I expecting from this that's good enough? Run. We need to find scrap before I leave. Let's go down to the abandoned supermarket. We can usually find some good scrap down there, and then we'll head back. I know, what's middle age? 40, realistically, is the start of middle age, I would say. Like, once you're over 40, you're probably past the halfway point, right? I was doing fine, turned 41, and then my body says, "Gotcha, bitch." Like, game crashed in the bin, for fuck's sake. Like, that's probably, like, you know, the average life expectancy in Ireland is what, like 80, 82? Something like that? I think about 80. So, like, once you're past 40, statistically, you're probably past the halfway point. Now, that's still only the halfway point. Still got a long time. But, you know, you've got more past you than ahead of you. So, you know, I'll get there eventually. That's what, 13 years from now? I have less than half my life left and I'm spending it here. The second half looks shite. I have heard that generally people get happier as they get older. It's not true of everybody, but, you know, there's always exceptions. But I have heard that people self-report that they are happier as they're older. That could be self-delusion. Oh, fuck, what's this? I hear a Geiger counter. Why is there a Geiger counter? Is it because of the launch site? Fuck off. Help me, little D. What the fuck? Where are you? I don't know. You are so far away. You are so incredibly far away. Did you get shot by the bandits? I know you have more time in... Oh, Jesus Christ. Who is shooting me? Is somebody shooting me from the dome? Am I getting pot shot at? Just try and hide in here. Yes, I know radiation. Shut up. I can eat my way out of radiation poisoning. Just go around a little bit. I forget which comic had the bit where people say, "Ooh, doing that takes a year off your life," and they reply, "Yeah, but it's the shit years." Turn my head looking at Craig on Monday and hurt my neck, so there I am. Oh no. You're not old even. You're what, like 30? Oh, the problem with you, Grenairs, is that you look so much younger than you are. You're 32, maybe? Something like that. You're 34, rapidly declining. Like Emma, I told Emma recently, maybe a couple of months ago, we were talking about you, nothing bad, but we were discussing like people we know on Twitch and stuff. And we were discussing friends. And I mentioned that you were older than us. And she looked like she was having an existential crisis. She was like, what the fuck? But Grenarius is a baby. And I think she thought you were like 26. She was genuinely like confused when I said you were older than both of us. I am baby, yes. Attacking Gren because they look young now. It's not a bad thing. Trans people, a lot of us look young. It is weird. It's like it's the elixir of life or something. Like trans people always look much younger. It's like whenever I like I did the same with you, Silas. I was like, you're older than me. Oh God. It's like I am aging horribly. Baby faces are amazing. Still look 20 when you're 40. Exactly. It's not a bad thing to be. You don't look your age, Silas. People at my partner's work are always shocked they're 31. I mean, even Emma looks a bit younger than she actually is, I think. I don't. I look solidly what I am, I think. The 1970s, people hit 50 and look 90. Now you hit 50 and you can almost get asked for ID. It is true. People look much younger. I do sort of... I mean, there's a Vsauce video I watched on this, but it is... I think it does come down to better skincare. Like sun cream is a big one. I put on sun cream now over the past year or two. Yes? Why? What?
Hi.
Hello. Are you feeling better?
I feel much better.
Good. Emma's feeling better. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I wear sunscreen every day, mostly.
Oh, yeah.
Because it basically is like the only anti-aging cream that works, right? But skincare in general has gotten a lot better. I got ID'd in Waitrose and I just took off my hat. Oh, there are young bald people.
You're clean.
Yeah.
Come spend time with me.
I'll be finished in a second. I'm going to the abandoned supermarket, then I'll head back and then I'll end.
Tell Emma we're saying hello, please. Hi!
She says hi, you can probably hear.
You passed my laptop.
It's right there. Do you not want to show off pajamas?
No.
Here.
Thank you.
I love you. I'll see you in a second. Add me, Draza, you shite. On what? What was... On what? On this? On Steam? Discord? I will. On anything, if you like. I don't care. On this? On Rust? Are you on this server? Are you on Rust? How? I don't know. How do I send? I think I have to see you. Yeah, I need to see you in order to be in a team with you. He would fuck you and then chuck you. I would never. It's good to have some people you don't murder on sight, because, you know, it's just nice to have someone around. No worries then. Next time I see you, I will. Are you still dead, Mikey? Where are you? I have no idea. Where is Mikey? Exactly, I'm dead. Right, we're getting a fuck ton of resources. I'm actually very pleased with how this has worked out so far. Look at how much wood and metal and stone we have. We have enough to really bolster up our defenses for a while. Right, we're nearly there, I think. Hopefully nobody else is here, because again, I don't have a gun yet. Mikey's name is always Red. Oh, it just came back. Too hot, 41 degrees. I would probably die if I went somewhere that was 41 degrees. What was that? Like, my dad invited me to his house in Spain, my parents' house in Spain, in June. So I'll be going to June for a few days. I probably won't be streaming for a few days in June. In order to help paint his new house. And I have been warned that it will be like 30-something degrees. I will not be able to go outside. And that's not even really an exaggeration. I don't think I will actually be able to go outside. I will die. Like, it hit something like 32 when I went to Florida, and I nearly got heat stroke. And I went to... or it got like 28, I think, in Florida, and I nearly got heat stroke. And I did get heat stroke in Amsterdam, and it hit like 32. I was fucked. It was really fucking unpleasant. I was horrible. Oh, I can actually empty this out and get some more candle. What do you do when you go away? Who will play kazoo? It's only for like 3 days. Oh, next Friday. No, I won't be able to stream next Friday either. Next Friday, I will be on the plane to Birmingham in the morning. So I won't be able to do that. Is Emma going with you? Emma's going to France instead. I'm going to Spain. Emma's going to France. Emma's got a 30th birthday party for her irritatingly wealthy friend that she's going to. I'm going to Spain to help work on a house. I don't know if either of us will have fun, to be honest. We are both going to Birmingham next week. We're both flying out together. I was going to say she can stream in your stead. Right, let's mulch all of this shit, please. Right, there we go. Give me scrap. I need scrap. Scrap is good. Just mulch everything I don't need. Turn on. Everything I don't need right now, turn into scrap. Hope you have a cute meetup. Should be fun. It's so dark, save me. You spawn with a torch. Just leave the pig in control. Oh, my mum will probably have to take care of the guinea pigs. Or my nana. I could probably get my nana to take care of the guinea pigs. It's only for a couple of days. It's not exactly a big job. There we go. More stuff to mulch. And the light does not reach very far. Ooh, there's an airdrop over there on the way back. Might be able to get that. Cool emo mum can stream. I wouldn't say she's emo. She's kind of goth, but I wouldn't say emo. Okay, that's a little scrap. Not as much as I'd like, to be honest. I bet your mum is hot too. Jesus, Loki. I have no opinion or ability to have an opinion on that, I think. Right, let's go back. We've gone to the resource bin. Oh, there's more, actually. Yeah, I'll take some metal pipes. Oh, God, Mom. I am going to end the stream on myself. Gonna redeem end stream for myself. Right, run back. Try not to die. We can get some rest. We can put a bed down. It'll be fine. It'll be a good start to the server. Your dad is quite hot. Sorry if that's out of order. Or worse, Mum would enjoy the songs we send as kazoos. Oh, God. I would say, fairly objectively, I am the least attractive member of my family. I think that's a fair thing to say. Just objectively, I think my parents and my brother are all more attractive than I am. I got really shafted in genetics. I did not. They rolled the dice and they all came up ones for me, I think. Yes or No by Katy Perry. That is, I'm assuming, a kazoo redemption that I didn't recognize. I think the song is Hot or Cold. I think I recognize it now. But we're nearly back. I think my mum once joked that she was making pancakes, right? And I came down in the morning, she was making some pancakes. And she said, it's weird, the first pancake always turns out wrong. Like, the first pancake's always, like, a bit fucked. And the second pancake is always perfect. It's a bit like you and your brother. My brother is younger. So true. I found that extremely funny. Brutal. Ouch, savage. I mean, I found it very, very funny. Jesus Christ, I really wish it wasn't so dark. I hate not having a torch. Like a torch, you know, that you attach to the weapon. I guess you couldn't, like, sellotape a flashlight to the sword. Fucking hell, how big is this mountain? Where am I? Oh, it's so big! If this is all the mountain, I'm fucked. Please let me up. Can I do a little hop? Can I Skyrim up this? I can Skyrim up. Amazing. Fleshlight sword, did I hear that right? That's got to exist, right? Like the top could be, you could sort of have a fleshlight built into the hilt, and then the top could just be the, you know, the dildo part. That's a bear!
I want attention.
Tough. I'm not finished yet. If you wanted attention, maybe you should have streamed. It doesn't have to exist. It could be like a couple's toy or something. I'm sure it does exist. FYI, there's a bear right outside your house as well. Fantastic. We're in the getting killed by animals era again. We'll give you attention. Tell us about your day. Her day has been spent, like, sort of sick in bed up until right now. It's either a big fleshlight that you swing, or the fleshlight is the handle and you hold it by. I guess that would be like if you made a hyena-themed fleshlight.
How many British people do you have watching today?
I don't know. Most of them, I think.
We all looking forward to your king's coronation tomorrow.
Ugh. I don't think I have any royalists. Oh, fuck off! Where is he? I don't see where the fucker is!
To be fair,
Is he running?
Lots of British people probably just use an excuse to get pissed.
Probably. No, they say. I'm hiding on Dreya's stairs. As we all know, bears are scared of stairs.
It's weird that they have the Orphan and the coronation so close together.
What the fuck? Hang on, I can't say what.
I said it's funny to have the coronation and the Eurovision so close together.
Mm.
And you said one for the old people, one for the gays.
I said one for the conservatives, one for the gays. Eurovision and coronation. I didn't even know it was tomorrow. It is tomorrow morning, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck me, how many more animals are there? Chomp mushies. I hear another thing.
And there are elections in Britain,
I think there was local elections. He is your head of state, come on. He is. Is Charles's face gonna be on the money in Australia?
I guess so.
Fuck off, boars. I feel like a fleshlight sword could be an Oglav comic. Well, again, I think it would be like a hyena-themed one. Because if you don't know, hyenas have
Oh, not this again.
sort of vagina penises kind of combined. What? Well, I'm waiting until I get back into my fucking base. Leave me alone. I'm in a safe zone, which is fantastic. Like, their vaginas are like, yeah, like elongated clits. Well, it's sort of that, but also there is an opening. So you sort of have to... Hyena sex involves a lot of docking, basically. Like, this is the hyena clit. It comes out and it's like a tube. It's like long. And then the hyena boy is much smaller and more submissive. and is like enveloped by it. And then I think it's quite painful when they give birth. I think it like might split open like a Resident Evil dog's mouth. I think that's enough stream for this week. We're nearly done, sorry. Sex ed with Dreya. So if you had a hyena themed fleshlight, it would be sort of very long, like sort of sword shaped, I think. No, it is true. They have a pseudo penis, I believe is what it's called in nature. Apparently they live in quite a brutal matriarchal society, which sounds kind of hot. I knew you would make that noise, which is why I said that. I hear more boars. I swear to God, I am so sick of running through the dark. Talking to my partner, come back and Dre's talking about hyena sex. I mean, it's important to know more about the world around you. Imagine if Dreya was a sex ed teacher. I mean, it would be better than what we got here in Ireland. I mean, my sex ed wasn't too bad, I suppose, but it wasn't good. Oh, I'm at my house, I think. Is this my house? No, that's Mikey. Where the fuck is my house? It's too dark to see. Should be like right over here, maybe? Is that the lock on the door? Is this the... Oh, there we go! Hello, Dan. Welcome, I'm in. Open. In. Yippee! Yippee! I'm in! Fantastic. Mine was pretty abysmal, to be fair. And do you want me to open the door for you, Dan? You can come in if you like. It's so dark! Hang on. If I get... Open door? How do I... Where are my chests? Open? There's my chests. I cannot see a fucking thing. There we go. Okay, I'm about to produce some light. I can see! Yippee! I wish Henry Flame was still streaming and you'd get a gunshot to the face. I was brutalized by him. I put all this wood in here. Lovely. Hello, Weedmix. I'll invite you to team as well, sure. And Insect Feet Dan if you want. There we go. Invite to team. I am! Just give me a second. Kill me. Weetabix and Dan, I will message you the codes to this house. I already gave it to, what's it called? Mikey on WhatsApp. So I'll give you the codes so you can get in and out of the doors if you like.
What's it called?
Yeah, what's it called? A Mikey. Mikey's a what's-it. Emma is currently sitting on an armchair holding a pig and stroking its cheeks, which is very wholesome. Let me just put away all my stuff and then we'll get out of here and I will send you the stuff. Actually, you know what? No, I didn't. We can do that on Monday. Emma's not happy. You know what? I'll send it to you now. On Discord, I guess? Have I ever messaged either of you on Discord? No, I haven't. How am I gonna... you know what? I can probably whisper it to you. Can I? Can I whisper it to you on Twitch? I can. How do I do that? How does one whisper on Twitch? Hang on. I'm going over to... Doors open, I know. Hang on. How do you whisper on Twitch? Can we see Pig? Just before I end, I'll show Pig. Go to... your profile, maybe? There we go. Open it here. Yes, shush.
Did you?
No, I didn't. I'll do it soon. Leave me alone. I'm busy. How do I whisper someone? Follow? No. How whisper? I'm clicking whisper and it doesn't work.
You should send them on WhatsApp.
I don't have them on WhatsApp.
You add them to WhatsApp.
No, that takes time. How do I whisper? Whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper. God, let me do it. You know what? Yeah, Mikey, you send them the stuff. You probably have more of an idea on how Twitch works. Right, back to the game. You have the code. You can distribute it. Right, give me... put this in here. Put more metal in. And maybe some of this as well. Do it later, mate. I'm really shit at this. Right, put all this in. Put a bed down. Amazing. Type it in team chat before you log off. That would be such a much better idea. What I will do is I will type it into the team chat just before I log off. Weetabix, accept the invitation. So you can see it. Right, now I'll put these away. Put this, no, not in there, wrong place. This here, this here, this here. I can put this on the wall, maybe. Like that. And then this here. Oh my fucking god, kill me. This here. This here. This here. I think. This here. This here. Okay, that's cleared out. My inventory is clear. Everything's fine. I'll be able to make guns later. This is all good. Now I need to sign out. So let me close all these doors up. Let me go into my room. My securest room. Probably this one. It's probably the best, most secure room. Now, I'm going to go over to full camera. I'm going to type it in team chat. This is the code. There we go. The code has been sent in the team chat. Fantastic. So, I'm going to log out now, everybody. I'm going to disconnect from Rust. Great. Did I even put down the bed? I think I put down the bed. Well, it's too late now, if I didn't. And who's live that I can raid? I don't fucking know. Let's raid this person. Let's go /raid. I think that's fine. Thanks for stream. I'll be back Monday. I'll be back on Monday, and I will be playing with Emma the Animorphs game.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, show Pig before I leave. And
She's got no squish.
tough. The Animorphs game and Plague Tale Requiem.
And her feet.
And then I'll be playing more
You need
Rust.
to call the vets.
Give Pig.
She doesn't want to.
Well, show Pig then. You're in pajamas. You don't want to be shown. Here we go, Pig. Hello, Pig baby. Pig baby. Pig, pig, pig. Look at her little feet.
She doesn't
Pig,
like
pig,
that.
pig.
You know she doesn't like that.
Right, goodbye, everybody. Bye. See you later. Bye.